Hello, everybody.
Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
I listen to comedy, so
You
you're
know, bye
too.
guys, it's all about being sensitive, having fun, and just really being yourself.
It's the bye guys, nigga. The bye guys, nigga. Keep the bye guys, nigga. The bye guys, nigga. The bye guys, nigga. The bye guys, nigga. Keep the bye guys, nigga. The bye guys, nigga. The bye guys, nigga. Keep the bye guys, nigga.
Trigger warning for pretty much everything, if that's
Bye
your
guys
deal.
with Zach and Ian. It'll get your dick sucked.
Go away. if you're ready to
Hi,
be effective on
everybody out
purpose.
there. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Bye Guys with Zach and Ian. I'm your old pal Ian, and I could not be happier to be here. I am with my main man, Zach Amico. How you doing, Zach?
I'm doing great, Ian. I'm in the middle of a marathon of podcasts today.
I mean, you are...
I have pre-taped 2 real-ass podcasts. I'm doing this, and then I am going to SiriusXM to go do the bonfire.
Jesus.
I am going to be a tired boy.
You are jammed up. You're going to get some iced coffee in that system.
I got my chai tea, buddy.
Oh, nice. So wait, you did... I pre-recorded real ass...
Then we did
podcasts with
another
you.
one.
You did one after that?
Yeah, because Lou's out of town next week.
Holy shit.
I'm just going. I'm going, baby.
My
Could
God.
never cut
yours.
Yeah, I know. We had to re-record that. It's done.
That's fine.
Jesus Christ. Well, I mean,
feeling
you're the
totally
fucking
chatty.
king, and
I'm having a lot of fun. I love
Yeah.
it. I think we should introduce our guest because one of our guests came in a little hot.
yes, I'm
And
very
she's
excited.
angry.
I'm so mad. And she was disgusted by the theme song
the other
video.
guest.
Yeah,
I am
and the other
homophobic.
guest.
I
There's a
am
black man here. Sidney's gay.
Yes.
Great.
Yes, very.
I'm homophobic and racist, so we're gonna have a problem.
We're going to get
We're gonna
along.
have
You
a big
belong
problem.
on the network.
Because I hate myself for both reasons.
Good. We'll get along great then.
Well, you heard those voices. Yes, please.
Stalwart of the show, one of our best friends, Sidney Gantt, is here.
What's going on? Happy to be here.
Thank you, my brother. And Ian, you want to introduce our new guest?
Yes, I am so excited she's here. She's absolutely fantastic. Jordan Jensen.
Hello.
Hi.
I feel like I see you all day, every
I
day.
know. I see you every day of my life, every single day. And we have B and Ian with Jordan, the new podcast.
New podcast.
taking
It's
the world
going
by
good,
storm.
right? I
Yeah,
think it's going good.
yeah.
It looks like it's happening.
Jordan really dropped some bombshells on the show.
I'm too
And
open.
bombs
I'm
are
too open.
bombs.
She dropped some R bombs on the show. What's the latest thing you said on the last one?
That I had sex with my stepbrother?
Yes.
Yep. I'm a hillbilly.
Yep.
That's pretty sick.
It will. Here's the thing.
How long had you known each other?
Okay, very good questions. I'm going to answer all of them right now. We go to elementary school. The hottest dudes in
no.
elementary school are in 5th grade. I'm like in 1st grade. Okay? They're the hottest guys. Everybody knows it. They BMX. They're shitheads. They're mean. They're bullies. Then my mom starts dating their mom. Okay? Then a few years later.
Our moms are lesbians.
Yeah, that's why I'm homophobic.
That's why they're moms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then they
shut
move
up.
in, the boys move in, and I just have to be this fat mall goth living with the hottest boys in middle school.
Are you reading my fan fiction?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
That is Zach.
And I'm fucking, just pretending not to be yanking it every night to these boys that are in the room next door, right? And then I graduate high school. We're still very much a family, but we don't live together. And then I don't know what happened. Some texty thing got going between me and
You
and
lost weight? You started
Oh
getting
yeah, I
hot?
lost a lot of weight. I started to get hot. Yeah. Well, I think he would have been
That'll
down
do
even
it.
as the mall goth. To be honest with you, he's a dirtbag. But then I came back home for Christmas.
Oh, yeah, like you've never fingered a girl in a hoodie.
Dude,
But scumbags can have some ironically high standards.
Yeah.
So you'd be shocked at some of the stuff scumbags won't touch.
No, he would have done. He would have.
Okay.
He would have.
I believe
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Don't ruin all my dreams. Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
And then we went back
She
home
earned
for
this insight.
Christmas. And our moms were like, "You guys have to share a room. Sorry." And we were like, "Uh-oh, boo." And then we shared a room, had sex, high-fived. Never and came downstairs for Christmas morning. It was great.
That's all the porn is
Did
true.
you ever talk about
Based on a
it?
true story.
To be honest, that is the weirdest part of it. I've seen him a million times. We never discuss it.
Would you do it again?
Oh yeah, he's hot as hell, dude. He's very. If you saw him, you'd be like, "Oh shit, this is like very much my
Yeah.
type."
I'm pretty proud. I actually never hooked up with my stepsister. And
Weird.
Wow, what a loser.
it was such a hard thing
Weird.
for people to process that my dad has recently started asking me
No.
Because she's
every
so hot.
conversation. Oh yeah, she was she was definitely hotter in high school and stuff when it could have happened. We
also,
shared
like,
we
safe.
shared a room for a year.
Wow.
And we shared a bed for 2 weeks, like the first 2 weeks of
Was there ever sexual tension?
I don't think so.
Dude, I think Greg and Marsha Brady hooked up.
Yeah, totally.
In
Didn't he
that-
also
in-
fuck the mom?
No, I was
What?
talking about the Very Brady sequel. Didn't they hook up in that?
Oh, I'm talking about in real life.
Oh, really? Good
Yeah,
for
I think
him.
so.
I just saw Clueless so many times, so it was really okay. You know what I mean? In my mind.
Oh yeah, in Clueless, Paul Rudd is a guy in college who dates his 16-year-old stepsister.
Yeah.
Yes, coolest dude ever.
Yeah.
Brand new. I mean, that's like she's
I'm standing
not
at
really a
the studio right
stepsister.
now.
He just met her.
No.
Stepsister.
No.
They grew up like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like the annoying. It was exactly my situation. It was like another parent that was they weren't together anymore, and he was like the badgering stepbrother.
Yeah, that's my stepsister and I grew up with each other since like 3rd grade.
Mm.
Yeah.
Or no, the age of 5 or
Consent.
6,
Oh.
I guess. 5 or 6. We've been step siblings since then.
Yeah, you can't do it when it's that early on.
Yeah.
I think Tyler moved in when I was like in 7th grade, so I like had just started considering sex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then later in like I think
And you were like 12 and he was 15? 17.
Almost.
Yeah. and
Yeah, but then you waited. You put a pin. He put a pin in it.
Yeah.
Both
Yeah.
still legal.
Yeah, and then you were like 21 and he was like 28.
yeah, I was like 20. Yeah.
Yeah. That's not bad.
She wasn't.
No,
Awesome.
that's
What do you
definitely
mean
not.
that's not bad? That's the best.
I can't
Yeah.
believe it.
For him, yeah.
I can't believe you did it once and you never
No
talked
trauma
about it and never
there.
did it
Dude,
again.
That's
That
the
would've-
best part.
That's what's
No,
crazy.
the
That's
best
what's hot
part
about
would
it.
have been if you like went on family vacations. It was like the secret.
Well, that's the thing is every time we've been on family vacation since then, I've been dating somebody. But it has been extremely tempting. Also, my other stepbrother is there all the time, and he doesn't really know, and he's more like brotherly and protective. So I think there's that little mischief behind it.
Did
Where
you
it's like,
lose your virginity to him?
no.
Okay.
I've been fucking since I was 16, 15. So I was established.
That's pretty sick.
Established.
Veteran.
Yeah, I lost my virginity to like a solid
a great
dude I was
synonym for
dating.
slut
Great
moves.
guy, very much
Oh,
of a
that's not
lady,
bad.
princess bride type of dude. You know what I mean?
Lost my virginity to an aggressive chick at a pool.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
that
but we have
sucks. I'm
a
sorry.
slut on this
I mean,
channel.
yeah, it
Let's not
got weird
swear.
afterwards.
She was so aggressive she got a black guy
Attributes.
into a pool.
First of all, the black people from my town can swim, Zach.
That doesn't.
Yeah.
exist.
While we were waiting to get in the studio,
Oh my god.
we were talking about algorithms, and Sidney was like, as a black conservative, my algorithm is pretty, what'd you say?
It's gotta be wacky.
Well, you asked me if I'd seen
What is a Woman?
What is a Woman
the
by Matt Walsh.
Matt Walsh documentary.
Zach hadn't seen What is a Woman.
And you said as a black conservative.
Yeah, my algorithm is pretty laced with Matt Walsh right now.
Yeah, and Zach said.
I mean, now that it's hilarious in retrospect. I asked if black conservatives have more algorithm than other types of conservatives.
Get it?
Why?
Algorithm.
Oh, god damn! You're good.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ian made us do that.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
made you do it.
made
I
us-
would have left it in there.
And then I said white people have Al Gore rhythm.
That's what that
Nice.
whole thing was for.
Look at how
That was
stoked you
all
are.
for
Look
your
at how
that was
happy
all for your tag.
Yeah.
You're a
Didn't Al Gore
conservative.
actually say
I
that,
mean,
like unironically?
Theoretically, I don't give a shit about politics either way.
Forget
you
the
vote?
context. I remember
yeah.
that.
Vote for Trump?
I vote for whoever my wife tells me to vote
Oh,
for.
okay. And you're
Yeah.
and she's conservative.
Nah.
No. Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
He just enjoys telling people he's a black conservative.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I mean, because like I do, like right now, I feel like what are at least perceived to be liberals are fucking annoying.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's the thing that's happening is everybody's turning right because liberals are so incredibly infuriating, and
Yeah.
people are swinging the pendulum, which is great for comedy. Happy about it.
there's
I
too
can say
many nerds.
retard on stage now. It's great, but it's also like, goddamn.
yeah, this is what happens when the meek inherit the earth.
Yeah.
Fucking sucks.
Yeah. It does suck, but it also is. Me and Ian have talked about this because
Yeah.
we lean conservative on so many things, and sometimes you have to like correct yourself because then it's like when you go into, it's like what the Louis thing, right? Where it's like every single comic across the board was like he didn't do shit, and you're like, oh shit, I thought I was like in the minority for feeling that. And then you're like, well, maybe I should shift the narrative a little to the left. You know what I mean? Because once you start asking people, you realize everybody is leaning conservative. You know what I mean? Everybody hates the woke, and it's just these loud woke people who don't.
Well, they're annoying.
But you never see them. You never talk to them in real life.
Unfortunately, I do.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Where do you see them?
Just like out doing. I still go out to shows and stuff pretty frequently, like in the Philly scene, and they're everywhere.
Really?
Yeah. My sister is a woke.
Oh, interesting.
She is.
Hey, woke.
Yeah, and it's
Wow.
you know, pretty annoying. She's 25.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, it's not like, and we can't get along. Like, she lived with me for a little bit, and I had to kick her out of my house because she was too woke.
Wouldn't fuck them.
Too woke. Nice.
And no, they're walking around. I had a girl at Brooklyn Comedy Club tell me I wasn't allowed to say Mexican.
Oh my God.
It wasn't my word to say.
I do a Mexican
Jesus.
accent on stage every
Yeah.
night.
Dude, I'm finding that younger people, though, are becoming, like, anti-woke. Like, people in their early to mid-20s are
podcast on
very, like,
2016?
tired of it.
Because
They've been force-fed it for so long.
I might be anti-woke because I don't
trend's
even
been
know
going on
what
for a
a
long time.
conservative is for the most part. Like, I'm
Right.
conservative on issues like interracial dating.
Mm.
No.
Yeah, I agree.
His wife is white. He is mixed kids.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit? Oh,
and dude,
Mongols.
and if interracial dating was not allowed, I wouldn't have these fucking kids.
Mistake.
Let's just point that out.
I met a conservative Mexican woman who was an anti-vaxxer and voted for Trump.
That's real. That's a real
That's a
thing.
Mexican one.
Yeah.
That's an
Yeah.
old Mexican. They're
Yeah.
all conservative. They're,
Yeah.
they're really religious.
I love when minorities are not
They're
liberal.
always conservative.
It's the best.
Yeah.
They're never liberal.
Because that shatters the bigotry of low expectations of liberals of like, you should be voting for the left. They're like, no, I'm autonomous and I
Plus,
can
don't
choose.
forget, a lot of Hispanic people within their grandparents' generation have seen how communism goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
and-
they're so anti-left.
Yes, and they have their families came here legally and worked hard to get here. And when they were little, they were like, "We're in America. We're going to speak English," and it was very like we are assimilating to like this is the way.
But
of
even
life
if
we
they're
wanna
not,
live.
they get in illegally. It's like when I steal from Whole Foods and then other people start stealing. I'm like, don't steal from Whole Foods because then people are going to start looking out and they're going to catch me.
No,
so there's
well,
that.
what I'm saying.
Illegal
Also,
immigrants
I
will
like
come
to
in
point out
the
that
legal
coming here
immigrants
illegally
hate
is also
illegals.
coming here hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you
that's you
Right,
said
but
like
illegals
you said
also
came
do
here
too.
legally and worked hard to get here. Coming here illegally is probably working harder to get here. Just
Right, but I'm saying they went by the law, by the
Yeah.
books, so they're like,
But I'm-
we did it, so you should. It's like this weird minority pull yourself up by the bootstraps mentality.
as far as
you know?
By the
Immi-
pointy bootstraps.
yeah, as far as
Like your
immigration
cowboy
is concerned, though,
bootstraps.
I have a very hide and go seek rules.
What?
Like if you make it over to the other side, you're on base. Like I can't. If I don't catch you, you made it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't feel like we should have a lax border patrol, but like I feel like if somebody gets by and you know you're seeing them in the distance running
You're
by,
like, "Hey,
you
good
can
job,
only
buddy."
shake your fist
Yeah,
at
yeah.
that point. Just like you foiled me again. Like
Yeah,
you
that's
can't.
the fun of the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
have,
yeah,
have a little
yeah.
fun with it.
That's-
It's
I
like
like
if they
that.
get past a certain line on American
like
soil,
Red Rover.
they won.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now
I
they
like
have
that.
to forge themselves
I
in a
agree.
society
Let's
that
make
kind
the
of hates them.
Mexican border capture the flag. I'm down.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yes, I love that. Or like a Squid Game.
Yeah.
Red light,
Wait, you
green
want to
light.
do harm to them? I just want to tackle them and drag them back if they don't make it over the line. Like, good lord, Ian, they're still people. I thought this was Bye Guys.
Yeah.
I thought this was
Twice
like
we talked about
sensitive
red
and
light,
having
green light
fun.
today.
I didn't see it, but I saw like a quick clip of I think there's like mouse Squid Games. Can you pull that up, Dylan?
That's abuse.
It's like mouse or rat Squid Games or like gerbil Squid Games.
Do they
and
wear
it's-
those little hats?
Dude, there's like a little course, and then if they fail, they
And it
like,
ends with
pull
a
them away.
Bunsen burner, a tube in Ian's asshole.
That's what those gerbil tubes felt like
Lemmy
growing up.
winks.
Remember when they would run through the gerbil tube and then every kid I know would throw one off a bunk bed, these hamsters?
Really?
Every kid I know has been like, I have a hamster, and I'm like, did you throw it off a bunk bed? They're like, yeah.
What?
Whoa.
When you would see hermit crabs at the beach on the thing, would you thunk them off?
No.
What?
What? Thunk them off of what?
No, I had a hermit crab.
Me too.
So did I, but it was fun because they would crawl up on the cage and then you thunk it and they fly back.
Man, you really avoided a path of being like the most whimsical serial killer ever.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you really did. You should. He
Good
used to dress
Lord.
up as
Those
a
are all the
Joker.
signs.
Probably don't have a good middle name.
Yeah.
Thomas.
Oh, that's serial
Ian
killer
Thomas
shit.
Finance.
No, Ian
I can
Thomas
see it.
Finance.
If it was
no,
like
that
Ian
doesn't
Wayne
flow.
Finance.
It doesn't flow.
But
Ian
no,
Thomas
how do you
Finance.
actually pronounce your last name though?
Finance.
That's the
Yeah.
Italian pronunciation.
Nah, Fidances.
I'm Fidance.
Ian Thomas Fidance.
Maybe
Ian
I don't
Tom
think. I feel
Finance.
like it was like
If my name was like John
Carl.
John Wayne.
Yeah, I feel it's
Fidance.
too many.
You just don't think Ian has enough moxie to be a serial killer.
No, I
There's just
don't.
a lot in the name.
There was a guy, an audience member last night whose name was Tyler Durden.
No.
Crazy. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. It was
How'd
crazy.
you figure that out?
It was at the Cumtown show, and Adam was like, "Oh, what's up, Tyler Durden?" And I was like, "I don't believe it." And he got out his ID and showed me, and it was Tyler Durden.
Pretty sick.
Did he change it to that?
No, I asked. He was named that before the.
And his
movie
friend's
came
name
out.
was Raymond Kessel.
Who's that?
No one gets that.
Yeah, it's a reference joke. I don't do
Remember-
reference humor.
No.
Do you guys want to see Rat
Deli
Squid
guy.
Games?
Yes,
Yeah, right, Squid
desperately.
Games.
Yeah. To pop that on.
And while you're doing that, can I also say, when you hear the name Ian, you know that person has gone tee at least once in his life.
Oh yeah. If I was a serial killer, I would be like, "Tee."
Yeah.
Let's see,
Yeah.
let's
the
see this
tickler.
Rat Squid Games.
He's so cute.
Let the game begin.
I'm gonna be very disappointed if they don't
Here is the first
shoot these
game.
hamsters.
You must overcome the obstacles put in each lane to cross the finish line within the 1 minute playtime.
Oh
Look.
God. He's
Look at
already
him.
going.
Look at him. Look at him.
Oh, they're so cute. What are you gonna do now?
Ah!
Oh,
Oh, did he hurt himself?
yeah.
No, he got through.
Dylan, what the
What?
fuck?
What
Wow.
the fuck?
Oh, I thought they killed him.
Come on, get it. Grab
What
hold.
did I do?
I want one of these as a pet. Are these rats?
It's a
They're
hamster.
hamsters.
you
Oh.
tard. Look at the little faces. Grab on it. Get
Oh, it
it.
makes me miss my cat.
It's going too fast.
I think I'm gonna get another cat.
Yeah, I think you should. Oh wow, they didn't show how that one got over
This
it.
video's like 13 minutes long.
There you
Yeah.
go, buddy.
Well, let's just see this
I'm
one.
fully intrigued.
Player 067, pass. Player 218, pass.
This rules. This rules. This idiot.
Look at that dumbass! Ooh, ooh.
Oh, nice.
What's over here?
You
Way to get
cheated.
creative.
Ooh.
Player 240, pass.
Not. Oh, there's still more. Oh, look at this fat
The
guy.
fat one's
What a
taking it.
chonker.
Come on. Oh, it's the fat guy and the little guy are the last ones.
Oh.
Player 001, pass.
They just kill it.
Eliminated.
Ah, beautiful.
Kill it.
Player 212, pass. Player 456.
They better get snacks.
Podcast is mostly listened to, folks.
What was making them go forward?
I'd imagine there was treats on
Yeah,
the other
the
side.
will to
They
win.
seem
Yeah.
they seem to have a hustle going. You know what I mean?
I would assume there was food on the other side.
Yeah.
And
They
they
probably
just
they
didn't
probably
shoot it.
trained them to do courses.
What?
You're Dylan, that's good. You don't have to.
I thought they died.
No.
I didn't know it was
You
a
know,
cute
What's
thing.
wrong with you? Why would you make us watch animals die if you thought that?
I don't know. It was fun.
That is what animals do.
It's fucked up that you thought that. If I would have seen animals dying on the internet, I would have reported it. Remember cats don't fuck with cats?
Oh,
Yeah, we talked to somebody that knew that guy.
yeah.
Really?
JJ Lieberman. He hung out with him every day for like months.
Yeah, they used to hustle
Allegedly.
old queers.
Yeah. And then the guy disappeared. He never talked to him again. He was like eating fucking soup out of a can or something in his apartment, and he heard on the
Yeah.
news this guy's voice, and he was like, "Oh my god, that's him." Could you
Holy
imagine?
shit.
Yeah.
Well, let's get plugs out of the way while we have this natural little break.
Yes.
Sid, what do you want people to check out, my friend?
Yeah, check out my podcast, Stoner Dads, which is sweeping the world, of course, and Two Jack Bros, where I bring comedians on and take them through the process of enlightenment, which is a really funny show. Zach and Ian have both done episodes.
Very fun.
Great time. And yeah, check out my information sites. What are they called? Social media. Yeah, check out my social media.
Information sites.
That's where I put information. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'll be at Gantt's Fest in October, right? That's
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll all be there.
It's going to be a good time.
Hell yeah.
I'm probably
Share.
going to do more drugs than I'm
The
capable of
room.
handling, so
Yep.
that should be a good time.
Sounds like fun. Jordan, where do people check out?
Oh, when does
Alright,
this
I'll
come out?
take the
Thursday?
undeserved win
Yep.
there.
Okay. God damn it. I'll be in Sacramento at some point. Coming up, just go to my website, jordanjensencomedy.com I have a lot of tour dates coming up. And I'm on Instagram at Jordan Jensen LOL Stop. And check out me and Ian's podcast, B and Ian with Jordan.
Yes.
Hell
That's
yeah.
right. Patreon.com/BNEMPod, YouTube.com/BNEMPod, BNEM with Jordan. The podcast sweeping something.
Oh, I'm in Boston.
you can get the
Boston
nation.
the 2nd and 3rd.
yeah.
Please come.
Where
to
you
that.
at? Oh, the Hideout.
The Hideout.
Yes. Nice. This weekend, August 27th, Portland, Maine, Sun Tiki Studios. It's a very fun rock venue. That's going to be a good time. And then I'm at the Emaus Theater in Emaus, Pennsylvania. Emmaus. Well,
Jesus.
that's right. Tonight, I'm going to be... Sorry, the video.
Took me a second. I was
Tonight,
like, what?
I'm going to be at
I know
Kings
most of
Highway
these don't
Brewery
little
with
cities
Lemaire
I go to.
Lee, and that is going to be a blast.
Listen to
And then
your
I got
podcast,
coming up,
folks.
I'm headlining Stand Up Live Arizona, Cap City Austin with David Tell, September 22nd to the 24th. And then I'm doing Comedy on Carlson, Governors Long Island, Philadelphia Punchline, Brea Improv, Irvine Improv. It's going to be a fun time. Pittsburgh Improv, eatfinance.com, iAnimal69, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram for everything you need to know. And Zachy, what you got coming up?
If you are listening live this Saturday, the 27th, I will be in Rochester, New York at Comedy at the Carlson with myself, Chris Vega, and Andy Malafarina. And if you're in the Brooklyn area, Catalyst Wrestling will be at Chilo's, a real cool Mexican joint in Prospect Park on September the 18th. Come out for tequila, tacos, and professional wrestling. And thank you for checking out the show. If you love it, and we know you do, go to GasDigitalNetwork.com. Use that promo code GUYS for a 7-day free trial to not just this show, but all the other great shows available on the GasDigitalNetwork.com. The price of the network is going up in September. However, if you subscribe now, you get grandfathered into that discount price, so you save $1 a month. Plus, you'll save another $1 a month once the price goes up. And thank you so much to everybody that tunes in. You can also go to podcastmerch.com, where we have hats, hoodies, long sleeves, and T-shirts. And thank you so much for wearing merch out the shows. It really means a lot.
Yes, that's right. So a bunch of people buy guys stuff this past weekend. Very nice, very fun. Also, Jordan, you came here in a huff, and I got to hear about it.
I pulled my motorcycle up.
You ride a motorcycle.
I ride a motorcycle. I pulled it up. There's one gap between two cars, right? And then I see that this guy is moving, and he is moving stuff around my motorcycle into the moving truck. So I says to him, do you need, I was like, were you using this gap to move your stuff? And he looks at me with disdain and just doesn't say anything and just nods at me. Okay. And I was like, all right, well, do you want me to move the motorcycle? And he looks at me with disdain again and shrugs. And I was like, I don't know what's going on, dude. If you want me to move it, I'll move it, but you got to tell me. And then he ignores me, walks by, right? So then this girl comes to her car, and I was like, hey, do you think you could move your car up a few feet? And she interrupts me and goes, yeah, I'm going to move it up a few feet. And I was like, oh, are you moving with him? And she's like, no, but I see that he's moving, and I'm going to give him a space. And I was like, everybody's in cahoots to beef with me right now. I said I would move it. It was crazy. It was the most posh European little fucking cunts. I'm so mad about it. They couldn't communicate except for with disdain. There was no other way. They had banded together behind the moving truck or something and been like, this stupid cunt.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I was being so nice.
Is
so
there any
nice.
chance the first guy didn't speak English?
There is a chance of that.
Yeah.
There is. I did.
There-
realize
I wasn't
that.
asking to be a jerk.
No, 100% that crossed my mind. But then I was like smiling and trying, and he wouldn't give me any.
Is there any chance that first guy didn't speak to hot chicks? I don't engage.
No, because the other girl was really hot.
Was he talking to her?
They must have talked.
But-
They were I'm telling you what happened was as I pulled up, they went, this bitch. And then they both,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, yes.
Well, communicated is one thing, but
Yes.
talked, that's a different thing. Like, I will communicate with people because you have to, as like a basic politeness in society, communication is required. Like when you were like, do you need this space? And you nodded, like, that is the most,
It wasn't just a nod.
minimal
It was
amount.
like it was snotty.
You ever see those people that are like, ice cream, that's the devil, because they just don't want to eat ice cream because they're addicted to sugar, right? some people are probably addicted to like ruining their lives with strange chicks.
No.
And like any amount
I
of
had a
anything
helmet
could
on. He
lead
couldn't
to
see
that.
what I looked like.
That's you put up on a motorcycle as a chick. That's hot already. It doesn't even matter.
He was hot.
Not wrong.
He was
Exactly.
hot. He was rich and hot.
How do you know he was rich?
Because I could see the things he was moving in, and they were expensive. And this other stupid bitch, when she pulled up the car, she was like, yeah, I'm gonna move it because I'm not an asshole. That is basically what she said. It was crazy.
She's trying to gain favor with this hot guy that she saw you strike out with.
I know. And they can go fuck each other and die. I hate them both.
They're gonna die.
Manhattan is full of the worst human beings.
And your ankles are all burned up.
My ankles are sizzled. I fucked up.
You didn't show up with like hot ankle energy, maybe, and kind of
No, I was so nice. I was like, if you need to move.
For a person with burnt ankles, though.
Yeah.
Are you taking that into consideration?
No,
Did you have your helmet off, or were you talking through the helmet?
I had the mask lifted, and
with burnt ankles, through
just on fire. I was being so nice, and I'm never nice. That's the problem. Is I was being nice. I'm never.
How are you making sure you were heard clearly through the helmet?
You know what? I'm gonna leave.
Please give us an impression of how you were talking at them through the helmet.
I was like,
with your hot ankles.
Oh, did you need to? I can move the motorcycle. I went like this. Look at these hands.
Lot
Look
of
at
hand
these little
gestures?
hands. These are nice, sweet, gay
Get out of my way.
hamster hands.
Get out of my way.
This is. I can do this. I can do that. This is a little sweet. I'm just a stupid girl. I hate it. I hate it. I will say, some people are really nice about the motorcycle. Some cars will move. Being a woman on it, it's really nice.
It's motorcycle driver, as a person who drives a lot, people on motorcycles are terrifying.
Yeah.
Because if they
scary.
bump me, they'll die.
That's why it's nice to be on one, because people will avoid you so much because they don't want to,
It's like a small chick with a pit bull.
Do you think if I hit one of those holes that's in the city and I crash, do you think I could sue the city?
Oh, unless you catch air. Then you can be judged on its radness.
Nice. There's a jury on how
For a
sick
second,
my
I was like,
landing
is he a city planner?
I think you
What are you
can.
talking about? You can't sue the city if you crash because of a pothole.
Dude, you can.
You would have to prove they knew about it.
Yeah.
I believe. No, I'm serious.
Dylan, look this up.
I believe in order to sue for negligence, you have to prove that they knew about the problem for a certain amount of time and chose not to fix it.
Yeah, and maybe there was like
And
a
there's
cone
so
or
much red
something,
tape
and then
with
it wasn't
that.
There. Yeah, yeah.
I believe I could be talking out of my ass.
Okay, cool.
Dylan?
It's falling apart.
I'm
Yeah,
still
now
looking, I'm
that
still looking,
Jordan,
I'm
this
still
is my first time ever meeting you, and now that I know that you drive a motorcycle, I'm wondering like how cool you are.
I'm pretty cool.
Okay.
I used to be really uncool, so I spent my whole life trying to be cool. It's kind of crazy.
How were you
Because
uncool?
I was so bullied. I just was really fat, and
Dude,
I was
even
a
her brother
mall
wouldn't fuck her.
Yeah, my own blood and flesh and blood wouldn't fuck me. And so it's funny now running into kids who I grew up with, and I see them, and I'm like, no, who's gonna bully me now? And they're like, we have kids, and a life, and are proud of you. And I'm like, fuck you, I ride a motorcycle, bitch.
It says you can.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Dylan, what was that?
It says you can right here. You can get reimbursed from New York for potholes. If you just take pictures of like your car or your motorcycle getting messed up and you put it to your insurance claim.
Pothole.
Yeah, I'm sure that wouldn't take 85 years.
That's the one thing, yeah.
But that is funny to think that all your bullies now support you.
Oh, they love my comedy. Every
Yeah.
time one of them is like, "You're doing great," I'm like, "Eat my."
How deflating is that?
It's really crazy.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating.
Yeah, I had really only like one or two guys that tried to bully me, but the one guy was the brother of a guy who was protecting me, and he hated that I was under his brother's protection, and he would always like try to do shit. It was terrifying. And then I saw him kind of recently. He was like, "Man, I'm so proud of you."
It's awful.
Yeah.
Why is that awful? Isn't that like you won? You won.
No,
in the
you
long
only
run.
win if they're jealous of your life. Ian.
Because you want them to be like, anytime a bully is like, "Hey, you're doing great," or like some dude who used to bully me is like hits on me or something like that, it's always like, "You made me like this."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you
So
need to
shouldn't
be
you
better.
thank them?
Huh?
Shouldn't you thank them then? If they're like, "I'm really proud, you're doing great," be like, "Hey, all thanks to you. You made me this way."
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're a happy person with a family, and I'm a marginally successful comedian that barely anybody
Yeah, that
knows.
has to go up and get validation every single night because you called me a fat girl 11 times
and
one
I
day.
somehow convinced myself that I love my life and wouldn't want to be doing anything else.
Well,
and
there
I,
you
have
go.
to
I live
convince
with
myself of
8
that
other
every single-
dudes. Yeah.
Thank you. All my bullies ended up in rehab, and I became one of their sponsors. So I had to like really work on forgiveness.
Yeah, but that just goes to show that like the path that you were trying to take was like around scumbags. Jordan and I were clearly trying to improve our lives. And get out of the circumstances that we were in. So we got bullied by people from your track that weren't on our track. They're trying to like pull us back in, or I mean,
from
like his scumbag. I mean, I don't know who your bullies were. To be fair, I don't want to make any assumptions.
Just the hot boys,
right? So you
Boys
were you had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she had a different category of dudes to bully her.
Girls didn't bully you.
No, I was
Why
friends
would
with all the
guys
girls.
bully you? That's mean.
No, mean scumbag chicks bully other chicks. Chicks that are trying to better themselves. Like they like, of course, like mentally manipulate each other and like fuck with each other, but they don't like bully out.
No, girls would bully other hot girls. They're not going to bully the funny fat kid.
But why would guys bully
Because I
a
was
girl?
one of the boys. They didn't even think about me as a girl. They thought about me as another boy.
Oh, so were they bullying you, or were they just treating you as an equal?
Well,
That's
I'm not an
bullying for a
equal.
woman. That's
Yeah,
fucked up.
totally.
Oh.
Yeah.
Excellent point,
Yeah.
Sidney.
I mean, is it bullying? It's not bullying. It's more so like, I mean, yeah, it's less bullying and more like every one of my friends, all of the boys would be like, "Hey, how do I fuck your friend?" There was just a whole thing of like, you are not in the camp of girls. You are a
Introduce
different monster.
your mom to her mom.
Yeah.
Wait a
Share a room
decade.
around Christmas.
And that's it's also important to remember that like when women want equality, they don't want the same. As far as like social treatment,
Yeah.
like especially when it's like a girl that hangs out with dudes, it's like I want to be treated equal. I want to be included, but I don't want to don't touch me the way you touch it. You know what I mean? It's like it makes sense.
You don't like sack tapper in the hallway.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
You don't want to lab slap.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant guys were like, "What's up, fatso?"
No,
or like
when I
pushing
was
you
way
around.
younger.
They were like strangers.
No, when I was way younger, it was like that. But
Yeah.
also, I was loud.
for
I was like a
flinching,
class
fatty.
clown. So, and
Yeah.
I also bullied people, which helped me not get bullied a lot.
Yeah.
But it was just I wasn't treated like I was, like a
Right.
Grunt.
You were, right.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to retract everything that I'm saying because I feel like I'm trying to still be in bullied valor. Like this guy just was a dickhead to me a couple times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I had a pretty charmed existence.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah, I bullied myself more than anything. But
Is that funny?
There was a
Upon
guy-
further inspection.
There was a guy that used to torture. There was a senior when I was a freshman. He used to torture freshmen, and one time he followed me with his car, like he was going to
What?
run me over
Oh my god.
for like blocks.
Jesus.
And then when I was just moved to Brooklyn, he died. And
Yeah.
I just posted when I was many years old. There was a guy who used to torture me and my friends. He tried, pretend like to hit me with his car. He was a constant source of anxiety. Anyway, he's dead now. Everybody have a great day. And all his friends shared it at the funeral, and all messaged me how about they were gonna kill me.
No.
And I just wrote back. I went, I didn't name him in this, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of just outed your shithead friend,
Right.
Like if I put his name, of course, but like you obviously know your friend was a piece of shit. They're like, dude, that was high school. It was like 3 years ago. You let it go.
3 years ago.
So my advice to them is, hey, I would tell you to go fuck your friend in the mouth, but the coroner already sewed it shut. Sometimes you get those little victories.
yeah.
I mean, that's a win.
That was a nice feeling. And then a bunch of people hated me. A bunch of people like deleted me. I lost like a lot of Sea Caucus friends from that.
Really?
But I did get messages from a few people that were like, oh my God, that guy fucking tortured me. And then seeing everybody memorialize him and talk about what a
Right.
great dude he was. Because of course he's like, he's a volunteer firefighter or whatever fucking. Because, those are all
all
cool,
good dudes.
awesome dudes that go into that line of work.
Hey, I was a volunteer firefighter in high school.
Anybody, well,
Case in
any dude
point.
you ever met, they were like, and then he became a cop. Probably because he was super awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're also covered in tattoos and wear jewelry.
I know.
Yeah. But
Absolutely.
watching these people memorialize, watching those people say what a good guy he was, I felt like maybe something was wrong with me, or I
Right.
must have been such an asshole. But to know that he tortured other people
Yeah.
really made me feel better. And I'm like, all right, fell on the
Well-
sword for you, doggy.
Kudos on you for not naming him.
No, that would've
not
been
saying his
cheap.
name. Yeah. But at what point after a dickhead dies are you allowed to be like, that guy sucked?
I do it too fast.
Yeah.
I've done it too fast a few times because I've had people not be ready for it. Like, yeah, but that guy sucked, right?
Yeah.
That.
At my dad's funeral, I roasted his ass. I was in full comedy mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. It was.
Yeah, we should be, if you want to truly appreciate the impact that somebody had on your life, if they sucked, you got to be able to talk about it. Otherwise, you won't talk about them at all.
Yeah.
I will venture to say, like, anybody who thinks I suck when I'm dead, fucking go at it. Talk about me. Keep me alive.
Yeah, totally. I was a bully. I was a really bad bully in elementary school because I was super
insecure. And...
Yeah, and it was just the way of fending off. But one girl started homeschool because I was so mean to her.
Wow.
I was like a Robin Hood. If there was
That's
a
like
bully,
winning
I
for
would
a
bully
bully,
them
isn't it?
so
It's not the
hard that it
goal.
would like ruin their life. Like if they bullied one of my other friends, because I was friends with like nerdy kids, you know, and then they would get bullied, and then I would go.
I had to
after them.
change my friend group because I hung out with the bullies, and I wanted to be like accepted by them, but I was the one that they bullied, so I was always like trying to get their acceptance.
Just like now.
What?
Just like this episode of this podcast.
You and the 7 black guys that came down here from Philly to do comedy in New York?
Yeah.
The exact dynamic when I met you?
Yeah, I was gonna
Busy
say
and
it's
he
like
gay, but he
coming
calls out, y'all.
So I had to leave that friend group because I kept getting in trouble, like either fighting them or like doing stunts to like impress them because I wanted their approval so bad. And the friend group I switched to are still my dearest friends today, and 2 of them just came to Austin when I was at Creek in the Cave, and we spent the weekend together.
That's awesome.
Great? Yeah. From like, I guess maybe we were like 12 or 13. Yeah.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was just always really confusing to deal with. Right? Like I felt like I've always had. So when I was in like between 3rd and 4th grade, I was hit by a car and I died, and I had to be resuscitated like on the spot by an ambulance.
No.
And I was in a coma for like 2 weeks. Yeah.
How did I not know that?
Because I try not to talk about it because
It doesn't come up a
weird
lot.
thing, man.
Yeah.
It's like it was one of the. It created a gap between like me and everybody growing up.
Why is that weird? Hamilton, Ryan Hamilton was just hit by a bus. He talks about it every
day. Yeah, but I
all
was
night.
dead and it was brought back to life.
Oh, so was his friend.
I had an actual death experience.
Did you see anything?
Yeah.
What?
What'd you
What'd
see?
you see? Did you see it? Did you see anything cool?
Yeah,
Please tell me it was good.
I mean, it was neat. I mean, I talk about it at length in the podcast. The thing is with Shannon.
Ding.
Thing. But yeah, it's like
Bat.
Well, catch us up to speed, Sid. What the fuck? I didn't know you fucking died. I've known you 12 years.
Yeah, well, it's a weird thing because then everybody's like, "Oh, that's the way he is," and I don't like that feeling.
Why? Because you live every day to the
he's the
best
way
of
he
your
is 'cause he
ability.
has
I do.
You know, one day
Did you
it might
become
be
a
taken
weirdo?
away.
Did you become
I
like a
am.
haunted?
Which is why I love you.
No, I'm the
It's like a
opposite. I'm like I
little
live.
autistic
I
salad.
literally live every day to my. I'm like I am having the best time of my life all the time.
Yeah.
And, like even if I'm just like sitting around thinking about like material, just like brooding in a corner, like the privilege of being able to have a life where I get to even do that is beautiful to me, and I'm enjoying.
Oh, so you
literally,
became spiritual weird kid.
but without spirituality. I was just
Right,
like I'm just
right.
like life is fucking sick.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's,
Sid has a good time. Sid's got a hot wife. He's got cool kids. Goddamn, man.
And I think a part of the reason why some people may think you rub them the wrong way is because you don't feel the need to hide anything because you died.
Yeah, and
So you just say your mind because why the fuck else would you not?
And this is something that's really funny that I notice as a pattern because I'm living so just like raw in every moment. When I'm around people, they tend to get more comfortable themselves being raw, and then they start releasing vulnerable shit or like coming out of their personality enough where they're showing things they don't normally show, and then when they notice me noticing it, it gets weird. Does that make any sense?
Like, give an example.
Okay, this is it. So I know a beautiful kid who was dealing with issues.
I know a lot of them.
Yeah.
The same thing there.
Go on.
Of transitioning. Right? Dealing with transitioning issues from
Yuck. Just kidding. Just kidding.
yeah, from girl to boy. Right. And anytime I'm around this kid, they feel very comfortable being their female self, despite all the effort that it takes to keep up appearances as being a little boy. They would feel very comfortable, like doing gestures and like talking in a way that might portray female more than male. And then when they would catch themselves, like, oh wait, get a little uncomfortable. Like, wait, it's almost like people can like when you're that vulnerable and somebody catches themselves in an insecure moment, you feel like the person is reading your mind. They know exactly
That's
why
how
you're
it
insecure.
feels to be a woman. Is men will be vulnerable with you, and then they're like, "Are you trying to steal something from me or do something bad or weird? Fuck you,
Yeah.
bitch." That is how it feels. I totally resonate with
And
that.
I get that from men and women
Yeah,
on a
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
regular basis.
Totally.
So it's like, I used to very consciously make the effort to like let them know like, oh no, things are cool, like I'm cool with it. But now I just got so tired of like coddling people that it's just like, dude, if you get through that and you don't project that on me, I can be your friend. If not, like we'll keep our distance. So I kind of like use it to.
So the thing about the
filter.
kid being trans, do you think that like that's their true self, being the girl around you, and everything else is up for appearance, or do you think that you just have that ability around you to?
I only say yes, and I apologize for not giving the full context of the situation. But recently, that
names.
kid has decided they want to be their birth gender.
Right. So
Did
they've
they undergo anything?
detransitioned.
Couldn't you ask that again?
Did they undergo anything?
I don't know, and I don't even know if I'd feel comfortable
Oh, okay.
talking about it that far, right?
Okay,
Because
cool.
this is like I consider this kid family.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
I
okay.
love this kid and I love this kid's family like a great deal.
Yeah.
And she means a lot to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
That's great.
Yeah, but with that being said, it's yeah.
Jordan's puking in the corner.
Yeah. But I say all that to say it's like people feel comfortable letting their
Guard down.
veneer down.
Yeah.
Around me, and which is, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But like for example, like my mom hates it because she's like a lie till you die, type of person. So she hates being around anything that exposes potential lies.
Right.
Like I make her very uncomfortable.
Sounds like narcissistic family
Like
system
the
to
fun,
me.
like her, like we'll be having a good
Wait, if I wanted
time,
to make a
and all of a sudden
comic,
she'll just start
get
an
someone with
argument
a
out of nowhere
little
because she
autism
just said
and put
something
them in a narcissistic
that was the
family.
truth about a lie from before.
If they survive,
You know what I mean?
that'd be
And now
very
she has to
funny.
like blow up the whole entire moment, so I don't notice the lie, even though I don't give a fuck. I noticed the
a
lie.
lot of comics.
I don't
with that
care.
history.
We're moving on, but now she has to blow up the whole entire moment, so we can all move past that big moment and not remember anything that preceded it.
God damn, that sounds exhausting. Is she conscious of that, or is she just straight up sociopath?
I mean, it's hard to say when she's taking medicine, because she's like, she's been diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
Well, that makes sense.
Right?
Same.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That
when
makes sense.
she's on meds, she can talk
Yeah.
about things consciously, and she can talk about her habits in a pretty honest way. But like as
Dude,
soon as
that's really tough because when you're on meds for a while, you start to think, "Oh, I'm fine. I don't need this," and then you get off them and you cycle into that.
well, her cycle seems to be like she feels fine. She feels fine enough to inspect her life from a big enough umbrella where she can look at her actions. Then she starts feeling like shit, and then from what it's like is. For me, outside looking in, she's like, well, if I'm going to feel like shit from all this guilt, I might as well not be taking this medicine.
Right.
At least then I can, like, get it out of me. My mom, she's, like, I call her a table flipper. Like, she will ruin any moment at the
She
drop
wants
of a
to be
hat.
shitty person, but
Denny's.
also not to feel
Yeah.
bad about it.
I've been watching her
That's
videos.
Yeah, those are all
Really?
those videos are inspired by my mom.
Oh my god.
Can we start
Yeah.
calling them table flippers?
Table flippers? New term.
Dude, my mom tried to fight multiple teachers and the principal of my school.
Hell yes.
Like fist fight.
Separate times
physically
in
fight?
life. Physically fight.
Nice.
Like had to be pulled apart by a cop, like the school cop.
And when did they diagnose her as like bipolar? So
I mean-
she was just going through life, and people were like, "Damn, she's a fucking wild bitch."
Yeah, it was like right before my son was born, so like a decade ago.
God damn.
Yeah.
And is she chilled out on that, or is she still? Well, I mean,
Sounds
you're
way
No.
more
saying-
borderline-y than bipolar.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she's a feral woman. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she's super charming, so she can get away with a lot of bad habits,
Right.
Because she can talk her way into stuff.
Again,
Dude, we
sounds
one time
borderline-y. I think she's
we
completely
were one
right
time
about that.
evicted from a place that we lived in for 8 months while evicted, just because she was so charismatic with the landlord. And then when he finally when he finally like forced us out, she hit him with a chair.
That's borderline. She sounds
100%.
borderline.
Yeah.
Really charismatic, lures people in, and then
Yeah.
feels betrayed and wrecks
yeah.
them. Bipolar is more like.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what it is. It is borderline.
Borderline
Oh, okay.
personality
I'm sorry.
disorder.
Don't
yeah.
mix those up.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
are
I'm
very
sorry.
different.
I'm just
That's
like
a bipolar bear.
Yeah.
They're way different.
Yeah. I apologize. I'm just wired so positively. I don't see
Color.
fucking-
Oh.
Borderline
I
having
don't see
borderline parents
depressions.
is really risky for not inheriting borderline.
Yeah.
They thought it was genetic for a long time, and then they were like, "Oh no,
It's
they're just
experiencing
fucking their
trauma.
kids up so much that the kid
Yeah,
then
it's
also
Traumatic. Yeah.
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 Like OCD, I think
Yeah,
is
if someone has
genetic.
BPD, it's
actually.
definitely not their
Yeah, I
fault.
think so.
That's
That would make
beaten
sense.
into something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like most
Yeah, I
other
used to be
personality
like before I was hit by the car. I think I might have been a mopey kid, because it sucked. Like we were getting evicted all the time. We kept having to.
No, you were a moped kid.
Not
That's
like
what you were
physically
riding
all the time.
when you got hit by the car.
Algorithm.
You were a sad kid, and then you get hit by the car.
I might have been. I don't really remember.
So more
but-
kids need to get hit by cars.
Yeah. Well, also here's the thing. My mom would be at like rock bottom, like every 8 months. She would
Jesus.
be like having like a big dramatic moment.
That's what she got to the
crying.
bottom of her bag of rocks.
Yeah. It's like that's the longest we ever lasted in a place that she could pay rent, 8 months straight. She got fired from every job for fighting, by the way, and she would be like rock bottom crying, and she would always like make a point to tell me and my brother like, don't let anybody judge you based off of how I am.
Oh.
You guys are separate than me.
Oh.
Stay that way. Like never ever.
So heartbreaking.
Yeah, but it was probably like the best thing for us.
Yeah.
Because we could look at her and be like, well, that's her shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What was
It's like,
her-
She's homeless, and we just happen to be her kids. Like we're
Right.
not homeless.
What was her upbringing like?
Bad.
She got kicked out at
Go out on a
14
limb. Oh, look,
because
it was bad.
My
Shock of shocks.
grandmom's husband, who ended up being my grandfather later on in life, but he was raping my mom, and when she told,
Surprise.
Wait. Your grandma's husband, not related to your
not
mom.
related to my mom.
Her
That's a
stepfather was
great
raping
way.
her.
I wouldn't call that a stepfather at that point.
Oh.
But yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It would have been her.
Such a-
Oh,
violence
the
in
incest
life.
pendulum swings the other way, and it ain't so hot anymore, is it?
No, I'm getting off on it actually.
Yeah. Yeah. When she told her mom.
Like, I guess all
my
other
grandma,
friends
my
will say,
grandma
"It's
turned
on
on
this
her.
side of- oh my God.
Well, she did
Yeah.
that. She did a thing that again, what that toxic women do. Well, there's a situation, and it's big, and so you make a situation bigger. So instead of her dealing with
Toxic.
the situation with my mother's rapist and her daughter, she made it about like she fainted and made a whole big thing about
my
it. Like
God.
my
About
mom,
her.
it like fucks my mom up to this day. Like
Yeah.
how she responded to that. She threw a cast iron skillet at my mom's head, and like she moved and it like stuck into the wall.
Jesus.
Yeah, like she tried to like kill my mom. Like so
My
that was
God.
my mom's last day in the
Yeah.
house. Like she was kicked
That's
out
some
without
big
any
T
stuff
trauma,
at
folks.
14 and pregnant.
Because her mom wanted to continue
Doesn't
seeing
get
this
much
man.
worse than
This is
that.
common.
She stayed with him
Yeah.
until he died.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, like
She was pregnant with you.
No, she was pregnant with my sister. I wasn't
okay.
born in that type of chaos.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, I can
Yeah.
imagine that environment had absolutely an influence on the borderline personality.
Yeah,
with
no
the trauma
shit. That's how you
I
get
mean, I
it.
don't think it helps.
and abandonment.
Yeah, it probably didn't help.
Yeah.
You know, like she
doesn't
was just
fall from the
staring
sky.
through life for the most part.
Yeah.
And then my sister's dad was in the military, so she lived in Germany and stuff for a little while. You know, she got out and saw stuff. She was in the military with him. My dad was
Well,
already out of the
she
military
could,
by
of
the
course.
time they got together.
That's a
but she
great
hated
way.
my dad, so they weren't together long. And then my brother's dad is like a piece of shit.
Mm.
Yeah. So I have 7 siblings, and none of us have both the same parents at all.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have the same parents as anybody. So here's this. So my last name's Gantt. Like my brother and my sister, their last names are Gantt too. My mom's last name is not Gantt.
What's your
My
mom's
dad's last name also is not Gantt.
So how'd you get Gantt?
Because one of the people my grandmom had kids with, his last name was Gantt. She didn't like my mom's dad, so she gave them their last.
We need a whiteboard or something.
Dude, it's crazy. So I grew up without the same last name as any parents. Like,
Did
I
you like the
That's
dude
not
who was
good
named
for
Gantt?
identity issues.
never met him.
Oh, you never met.
Never even, never interacted with. Like we are Gants that aren't related to any other Gants.
So was Father's Day just like a white elephant situation, or everybody gets their own thing?
I can't keep up.
Yeah, no. It's fucking wild. It's like
It's weird when you meet a dude who's borderline. It's so rare, but it's the freakiest thing.
Pete Davidson's one.
I could imagine it being pretty terrifying.
I could imagine you taking a whole fucking different turn in your life.
Yeah,
And you didn't.
Yeah,
And you were stopping the cycle of insanity and trauma.
I don't know, man. Again, like sometimes I wonder if I was a mopey kid before getting hit by the car, or if I was just wired differently the whole entire time. Because I've been having the time of my life. Like this whole
There's
entire
no
time.
wired differently. I think if your mom has been fucked up, I mean, it's like my roommate Ethan. It was raised by a guy who sold heroin. His mom was like a Black Panther. There was like crazy shit going on. And he's like the quietest, like he's like a nurse for kids. And he just was like, I basically was like, I made the active decision to be the opposite of that. You know what I mean? I think
but your wiring it doesn't stop at birth. Like it's not preloaded. Like your wiring can change and receptors can get broken up and shit can happen.
Well, it's called brain mapping if you want to get technical about it.
Are your mom's female kids fucked up?
My sister was for a while.
Yeah.
But she got it together. She has all girls too. So I come from a matriarchal family structure. It's like single moms, and, with a bunch of women. And I fucking boo it nightly. That's how I get myself to sleep.
Yeah.
I count boos for growing up in a matriarchal family structure. Dude, it fucking sucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, my sister used to be fucked. She was the same.
I was counting booze when I was doing his family tree before.
Oh, yeah. What did you say?
Oh, that's old school Southern racism.
That's what we need.
I
knew you had it. I was like, Zach,
Oh my
unleash.
Dude, my joke should come with a seersucker suit and a mint julep.
That's so funny. Yeah,
You should
boo,
just go,
boo was
I'll
like
say
an
it,
old school
I'll say it.
racist term for black
yeah.
people. So he said, I'm counting booze, but his family tree.
Nice. Oh my God. Wow. That takes like a scary level of knowledge in there.
Yeah.
I don't know why you have that.
That was high level.
Yeah. That was next level.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's fucking fantastic.
But she's not fucked up anymore. My sister's a shit. She's always been, but like now she's not fucked up.
Yeah, I wonder if you identify with the
sure she
parent, like
is,
if you
but her
idolize them
behavior
as
is
a kid, if you then inherit what they have way more. But if your mom was like, I'm crazy, you guys aren't, if that like made a big difference because.
Yeah, and then I like
It
idolized
helps
like
if
the
you know
mythology
there's
of my
something
dad.
wrong when you're a kid.
Because like he was
If
like
you
a really
don't
good
know,
athlete in
I
my
just think
town.
that's normal.
And
That's when you get
after
deeply
school
fucked up.
and after like the military, he was known as like a really hard worker. Like he just was legendary for being this man with this unmatchable work ethic. So anytime anybody found out who my dad was, they would either talk about how amazing of an athlete he was, or talk about how hard of a worker he was. So every single person I met, that's all I ever heard about my dad. And then when I would see him, he was just like an alcoholic.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just like, this dude is sick. Like he drinks all the time and he's crushing it. Like I would go to the my dad was like, when he was like in his 50s, I'd go to the basketball court with him and he would just dominate. Dude, just like all of the young kids going to college for basketball and shit. Dude, my dad is the man.
My dad
But
could be
drunk?
a
He
good
would be
dad,
drunk
though.
Oh no, he's all still right now. Right now, my dad is drunk for sure.
Call him up.
What's his poison?
Dude, last time it was vodka.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
That's
feel
why
like
he's an
I feel
athlete.
doesn't vodka feel like the last one?
Vodka's the end of the
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
Vodka's
Vodka is the end of the
He's
line.
up there.
All I
He's up
think
there
about
in
is
The lower you get down the rung of the ladder, the cheaper the bottle of vodka.
Danny Bonaducci pouring the
Oh my
vodka
God.
into the
In
cranberry
ocean
juice
spray. Yeah.
and then mixing it up and drinking it on the sidewalk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
When he calls me, the first thing he does is he goes, like, listen, I'm gonna apologize right now. I'm drinking. You know, and I just like, I drink. And listen, at this point, you guys are just gonna have to accept I drink.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, we never didn't accept that.
Yeah.
It's only a
I
problem if you
wasn't
deny
allowed to
it
meet my
first.
grandfather. He was
It's like
such
you
a
do the
bad
cocaine
fellow.
in front of people.
I was allowed to meet him. I met him
You have a problem if you
probably
go to the
maybe about
bathroom.
like a month. They knew he was going to die, so
Yeah.
they we're like, all right, he's still drinking. Just meet him anyway.
He's not going to remember this anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was so out of shape, dude. I think he like died at 53 or 54. He looked fucking 80. He was like missing his teeth. Just life beat him the fuck up. And the first thing I said to him was I sat on his lap and I said, Pop, are you a robber? He was so beaten up looking.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't. I still to this day remember wondering before I met him. Like I was like 6 or 7. Like I have this image of like wondering what he looked like, and I just like pictured him on like a rooftop with like a trench coat and like a brown paper bag and just being like really like dirty. That was like my first image I had of my one grandfather.
The brown bagger, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And hey, I took care. I took off in his footsteps for a little while.
Dude, it's tough to take my kids to see my dad. I have to surprise him.
Yeah.
And so we have to go early in the morning, no warning, just because he leaves his door unlocked. So
If there's a warning, he'll just.
he'll start drinking right away because he believes he can only be social while he's drunk. So if we catch
So
him,
heartbreaking.
we have to storm his room.
Yeah.
You know, because he gets up and gets dressed early and like watches TV in his room, falls asleep and stuff. But he's dressed.
Course,
so we
yeah.
storm his room, wake him up to hang out with him, and then like
get over
he keeps his vodka in his drawer. He'll keep the vodka, and he'll keep opening the drawer, and then shut the drawer, and then like re-engage with the kids for a little bit, and then like as he's talking, he'll be like talking to my son and like instinctively open the drawer as he's talking, reaching and just like fuck, and shut the door.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's hardcore. That's bona fide.
Yeah, dude, he's
wild.
dude,
It's a bona fide
Yeah,
alcoholic.
he's the man.
My dad brought. My grandfather came over when I was like born, and he was bending down to like pick me up or whatever, and a bottle fell out of his pocket. My dad was like, "Never again.
Yeah.
You're not meeting this kid till you get sober." And then he just chose booze over his family until you look like a robber.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I always had like my family's failings
comic
explained
has
to
a
me in a
good
way that it was
family
like, so be
origin.
careful because this is
Like,
in
no
you, so you
funny
can like
comic
easily
is-
fall into this.
You have to have
So I
that
kind of do the
trauma.
same thing with my kids. Also, my dad still to this day jacked as fuck.
Really?
Dude, it's just genetic. He's like one of those people. He looks jacked all the time.
How old is he?
He's in his 80s. He won't tell me. I've never known how old my dad is or his birthday. He won't answer those questions for me.
Does he not know?
Wow.
Yeah.
He is the man.
He is the man.
That
dude.
rules.
I bet if you got him a nice enough bottle of vodka, he would tell you.
Yeah.
That's his
Yeah.
superpower. His talent, he believes
You
in
can
his
never
heart,
get him drunk enough to tell you that.
because he believes in his heart that his talent in life is evading questions. He will not answer a direct question.
So funny to think you're talented by being like, no.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's too easy.
What if you're like, "Are you talented?" And he's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
"All right, let's wrap it up. You're gonna get out of here."
Yeah,
man."
I gotta yet another titillating story of blues. It's Sidney's family. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you so much to our guests, Sidney Gantt, Jordan Jensen, and I really appreciate you guys hanging out with us today on behalf of myself. And thank you, by the way, to Dylan for producing the show today.
Thank you,
Really
Dylan.
appreciate your time today, Dill. And on behalf of everyone here at Gantt Digital Studios, myself and Anon Fidanza. Bye, guys.
Oh, nice. I get it.
Stick with Five Guys.
Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
In your own bye, guys, it's all about being sensitive, having fun, and just really being yourself.
The bye guys, nigga. The bye guys, nigga. Keep the bye guys, nigga. The bye guys, nigga. The bye guys, nigga. The bye guys, nigga. Keep the bye guys, nigga. The bye guys, nigga. The bye guys, nigga. Keep the bye guys, nigga. The bye guys, nigga.
Bye, guys, with Zach and Ian. It'll get your dick sucked.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Bye Guys. I am very excited. I am one half of your lovely host, Ian Fidance.
That's being very generous.
I'm an eighth of our hosting team, and that voice, that beautiful angelic caw is from Zach Amico.
Aw, buddy.
Yes.
Love doing the show with you.
I love doing the show with you. I really, really do. It's so much fun. I feel like we're hitting our stride. We're being silly. We're having fun. I got my headphones on in a wacky way. And today we have fan favorite repeat guests. I'm going to lead off with, from last week's episode, the guy was on fire. The guy, we call him My Old Minute Dom. Dominic Leonelli.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? I'm happy to be back.
Yes, yes. And Maddie Smith.
What's up, y'all?
The queen of Nick Cannon's universe.
The queen?
Yes.
But he won't date me because I have an IUD.
Oh,
so.
and also because you're white.
That too.
Yes.
That too.
The whole white devil thing.
And speaking of queens, we've got Danny Polishuk.
Hello.
We don't know how to say it.
We don't know how to say his name.
It starts with a P.
How do you say it?
Polishuk.
Polishuk.
Exactly how you thought it would be.
Polishuk. Well, that's been the show, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
Well, that lull.
This is fun.
All right, before we get into anything, I wanted a group of people, and ladies in the booth, I would like your input too. I want people at home to know what it's like to be friends with Ian.
What?
And I love you. I love Ian very much, and this I'm not dogging you.
All right.
It's his brain. It works in this wonderful, beautiful way. Where it's
The
unlike
wacky
anyone else.
headphones came off.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not gonna be vulnerable.
It's
Right
like
now.
anyone else would. There's something so unique about being friends with Ian. And I want to read a text.
I knew it was going to be this conversation. I knew it. And I'll just say, Zach, you're in good company with thinking I'm unique because a little fella named Louis C.K. said the same thing.
Oh my god.
That felt nice.
And I was very happy for you.
Thank you.
I really would love to see you in more stuff.
Thanks.
And I thought that was really great for you.
Me too. I appreciate that.
Really
man.
awesome.
Thank you.
So last
it was
week,
really, really neat.
Last week, Ian and I spoke, and I said I liked the new Jordan Peele movie, Nope. And I said I saw it in IMAX. I really enjoyed it. It's a big movie. This is a text I get from Ian last Thursday. Yo, dude, how long are the previews before Nope?
Yo,
Were you
dude,
late?
that's enough.
It's a good question.
Were you in the movie already? And you go, how long? How long do I got to sit? there?
Now, my assumption
I thought he was going late.
is that Ian was trying to schedule going to see the movie, but he had a spot or something, and he knew he was gonna be late.
Yes.
And in typical Ian fashion, he was trying to figure out how late he can acceptably be.
Yes. And this motherfucker didn't know.
How do you not know?
So I wrote,
Thank you, Maddie.
Yeah, I would, 18 to 20 minutes.
Yes.
how would I possibly? My answer was, how would I possibly know that?
Because you saw the movie.
And do you think I'm sitting there with a timer going, and credits are?
I mean, how
over?
many movies have you been to, Ian, in your
fucking
life?
shut up, Danny.
face fucking
You,
his popcorn
you
the whole
time
time.
yourself
You had
every night
no
doing
idea what was
stand-up. You
going
got
on
no
for 3
concept of
minutes.
how long things last.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
I'm always aware.
Yeah.
Like, I
knew that
know
'cause that's
I know
how long
15,
everything-
10, 20. I know around.
Or,
But
in
it's have to
general,
stick
there was
together.
4 previews. Previews are generally how many minutes each? Bing, bang, boom.
2 to 3.
Bing,
Zach,
bong, fuck your life.
Who counts that? That's
You're the
insane.
movie guy. You love movies.
It's the thing. Midnight Spook Show. What are we doing?
I said, how would I possibly know that? Ian goes, LOL, I don't know, because you saw it. To which I said, I didn't time the previews, you fucking maniac.
I have to say I'm Team Ian.
No, that's
You
But I
can't just give him an
apologize.
estimate. You can't be like, I don't know, 15 minutes.
I don't know, the
what happens
length
if
of
what happens
previews.
if you shows up? He goes, yo, it was fucking 18 minutes. You lied to me, you piece of shit. Like, I don't know. You just take a guess and.
I think it's a
Yeah.
crazy ass thing to ask somebody.
wrong with the amount of time the previews were.
It's a wild question.
You said 18
The
minutes.
average amount of previews.
I mean, if you've been to, you've probably been to how many movies in your life, Ian? 100?
So many.
So many.
I think you should have an idea as well.
Well, here's another example of my texting prowess. Me and Jordan were on the road at Hilarities. We shared a room. It was so fucking fun. I only want to do that from now on, just bring friends
I
and
know, it's so
have
fun.
it. Dude, it was like a slumber party. We're watching Forensic Files till 4 a.m. It was the best. So I said, went back to the room to get a piece of food out of my teeth. She said, okay, I'm having diarrhea. I said, ha 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 ha. She said, your steak is cooking itself. Hurry, because my food came out. And I said, okay, be right there. Send me a pic of it. 3 minutes later, after no response, I said, okay, I recognize that as an odd request.
Not at all. I would ask for a pic too.
Right? I want to see how it looks and how much time I have.
Yeah. Also, I have
to get there to eat it.
How would you know how much time you have based on a photo of the steak?
Because I eat a lot of steak. You can see if it's sizzling.
True. So
and if it's a live
to
photo.
the preview. What the steak look like? How much time do I have to shit? Blah blah blah.
For someone who's always late, I really have an odd concept of time.
Yeah. It sounds like you like to always talk to people too.
I can't be alone.
Even if if you are away picking food from your teeth, you are still like, send me a photo of the steak, baby.
Oh, Maddie, you're right. Yeah, I really, I'm living alone now, and I have a roommate in the basement, Carl. He's Basement Carl.
Okay.
And with my new podcast, one of the goals is to make enough that I can kick Carl out, so I don't have to have a roommate. But I really get a sense of fear, and I feel almost like a rat trapped in a corner when the night's coming to an end, because then I have to go home alone. And I like, that's when the phone calls start. That's when the texts start of like, you gonna be able, you want to talk?
Anyone.
You just want to be late?
I go down the contact list. I'm like, boom, no, you didn't pick up? Okay, who's next?
Yep. I'm FaceTiming all my fucking California friends.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just not feeling that. Yeah.
I fucking, the other night, Jamar Neighbors, he calls me at fucking 4 a.m., at fucking 1 a.m. his time, and I'm like, thank God you called me.
Hold on, I got a spot in 3 hours.
So, but by the way, why I asked is because me and Jordan were going to see Nope. We picked 5 o'clock. She texts me and goes, I'm going to be 5 late. I go, okay. I'm fucking zooming down the bridge on my bike. Going to make it on time. Get off the bridge. Get to a light. Stop. Go to pedal again. My derailleur, my chain, my tire fall off my fucking bike. Somebody had tried to steal my tire. They unscrewed a screw that keeps everything hooked into the axle. I mean, when I started moving it, everything fell off. If that had happened when I was going down the fucking bridge, I'd have died.
Game
I
over.
wasn't wearing a helmet. Teeth gone, my money maker. I can't be in Louis' movie, you know. There you go.
Yeah.
I got to preserve this until I bug Louis enough to get a restraining order.
Exactly.
Can I mean your movie, Louis? Leave me alone. I can't even pronounce your last name. You know. So, fucking. So I am freaking out. So then obviously me and Jordan are late to the movie. I get there and they go, we can't let you in. The movie's already started. Okay, cool.
Can't let you in.
Yeah. They won't let people. This was Alamo Draft House. It's that place where they like give you food and stuff, so you got to get your order in at a certain time. So we go, okay, we're
and
in.
it's probably also that people aren't like hoofing in 20 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
But those places like Nighthawk and fucking just covered in oil and grease and chain tire.
While people are eating shrimp scampi.
Yeah.
Like,
you gonna eat all that? So I'm like, okay, all right, we're down in like the financial district. Let's go up and get to another theater quick. So this is at 5. I go, can we make it 5:30? And she goes, yeah, let's do it. And I go, okay. So I buy tickets for a 5:30. Already lost money on the 5 because I can't get a refund because it's past 5, right? So I get the 5:30 and we're trying to find a cab. No fucking cabs. A car is taking 15 minutes. We gotta walk, and then it's 5:32, and we go, we're not gonna make it. I go, okay, let me get the money back. Won't give me my money back. So then I'm fucked. I'm out of like $40 for fucking tickets. She's like, okay, get it 6 o'clock. I'll pay for the car. Let's go. And at that point,
was it hot out?
We just said, fuck it. I'm sweating through my clothing.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous.
What the fuck?
So then we were like, she's like, well, actually, we can't make the movie. I have a spot at 7.
Oh my God.
Fucking retard. So then we're like, look, we'll just walk to the stand. So we fucking walked uptown. Really nice, amazing. Night was great. Went to the stand. They put me up. Thank you. Then did my other spots. Amazing. Next night, didn't have a spot till 1 a.m. I had a spot at 7:15 and a 1 a.m.
Oh
so I did the movie between spots.
Got it.
Amazing. Went
Love
fucking took myself out to a steak dinner because I'm dating myself.
Yeah.
Then I went
Did you
to the
send
movie.
yourself a picture of the steak to see how long you had?
Full just dissociative disorder, just texting yourself.
So I'm switching seats. Hey, how are you?
It's like Mrs. Doubtfire.
I gotta talk back the whole time.
So was it good?
Oh my god.
Steak was amazing.
No, the movie.
What?
Sorry, I'm skipping
No,
over.
the sex with yourself.
Yeah,
The hands rating was fine. I went, saw the movie. Amazing. I loved it. Have you guys seen Nope?
Not yet. But I need to go to a
You
movie.
should have said Nope.
I haven't
No,
seen it.
I know, I'm so stupid.
My review of Nope. More like yup.
Oh, you likey?
Me likey. Zach?
Yeah, it was really, really fun. It's very Spielberg. It's very big.
Yes.
It's his
Yes.
take on the Spielberg summer blockbuster. I thought.
Could we get into it and what we feel the meaning of certain things are? Or would that be a spoiler for...
Since the other three people at the table didn't say it,
Yeah.
Also the
I think that would be weird.
And I'll take responsibility of that. I should have been calling you guys. Can you come? Can you make it by 5?
You never call me at 3.
I know.
Dude,
I
I
know.
would literally have come.
I know.
And also gone to the movie. Oh.
Maddie for 3.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, bye guys.
You just leave. Bye, guys. Yeah, I loved it. Let's talk off air because I'm really enjoying talking about it with friends because a lot of people think it means something else, and
A lot of people did not like it.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
But I think they were expecting a horror movie.
Right.
Yes.
Because of the way it's advertised.
It's like
Yes.
a psychological
Right.
thriller kind of thing, or no?
No, it's just an interesting take on things.
It was kind of, I would compare it more to like more violent Close Encounters.
I was just going to say Close Encounters.
Yeah,
it is
kind of like that.
Yes. And there was no fucking... I didn't think there were any like deep racial undertones of like Jordan Peele hitting us over the head with things. Like I just thought it was like a fair, fun, nice movie.
Okay.
But I did allegorically think of other things had different meaning, but I didn't think of it as anything that people that think he talks about race too much would get pissed off about. I didn't see it that way.
I didn't interpret it.
I thought it was great. I loved it. One thing I did complain about was I had a hard time understanding the characters. The theater does this weird thing where they put the sound in different parts of the theater. So
it was shot and it was for IMAX.
I don't like, dude. It's why I didn't see it in IMAX. So I'm hearing one person's voice back here. I'm hearing it, and I'm like, "Who's what? Enunciate?" You know.
Well,
You were the white guy yelling out, "Enunciate!" and all that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, and
many
they're
other
like, that character comes up later in the movie.
many Jordan Peele movies, there are voices coming from all over the theater.
Yeah!
Get out. That's what I yell when they're being loud.
I seen you on the TV. You the white girl.
No one ever recognizes me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
feel like
wear
you're famous.
enough makeup.
Yeah, you're famous.
Literally.
I get recognized all the time. You don't?
More for doing stand-up in the city as a stand-up comedian, but from
right,
Wild and
right.
Out, not really.
No shit.
I think it's because I don't wear my makeup.
Does that
I wasn't
translate?
trying to insult you. They do you up on that.
Oh yeah, I know.
She's a completely
It's
different
kind of
person
great.
on
It's
that
like a
show.
disguise.
It's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
What does that translate to the road? Are people from Wild and Out
Yeah,
coming
people
to the
come
road?
out on the road.
Yeah, that's great.
They just don't recognize me.
Is it all black?
No, it's like a mix.
Oh, that's great.
It's a lot of black older dudes,
Uh-huh.
and then it's a lot of Hispanics people.
Nice.
Wow, I'm
Hispanics
like,
people.
What kind of Hispanic?
I'm high and I'm about to talk about race. My hands are shaking.
No, I love that. That's the best kind
and
of
I have a lot of
crowds.
white girls. It's
That's
like a
great.
nice mix of people who just like to laugh.
I love that. That's how mine are.
Yeah.
I'm like so I see the crowds and it's like all these different like races and people, and I'm like, oh fuck, this rules.
Well, especially when you hit them from like so many different places.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same way when I go on stage. Sometimes it's white guys in hoodies, and sometimes it's white guys in t-shirts.
And sometimes it's white guys in white hoods.
That's the Late Show.
Yeah.
No, man, dude, Hilarities was fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, it
was
looked
like
amazing.
all these like fucking blacks and Spanish and
Yes.
fucking weirdos and like all these like I love it. I love that's like
it.
my audience that I want. It's like
so fun.
Yeah.
And you got your accent. You got to say black people. You can't just say blacks. Blacks.
Oh.
Lots of blacks.
That's the 70s in you.
Yeah, the blacks, the whites.
And once again, it's just it's
Oh,
your,
yeah,
it's
it's
your
my
beautiful
Delaware.
accent. Yeah.
Oh, what can you do, you know? No, but I love that, and having people come out from the show must be so fun because they see you in a certain way on the show, and then they get a whole different type
Totally.
thing in their act.
And they're like they didn't even know what to expect.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm like fine, good at stand-ups. So it's all good. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh yeah, when
You know
people
what I
see
mean?
people on like TikTok
Yeah.
or some shit, and then they're
Dude.
dog shit.
Dude,
Can I just say real quick? I almost think like I was of the mind for a while like these fucking YouTubers, these fucking TikTokers, they're taking weekends away from us. Yeah, they'll give a fucking weekend to this, and then I'm not getting but it's like they're not getting return dates. They're not getting long-term fans to come back out and see them again.
I think it's like a one-time. So
Yes.
you're going to go all over the country. And respectfully, I'm not talking about anyone specifically. You can just see how it happens.
Yeah.
You're going to think you can do an hour.
certainly
when you
does.
can't.
Yep.
Your crowds are going to feel
And
weird. They're not
it's-
going to come back when
And
you...
a lot of
and
these
it's-
like crowd work, like viral people, people go to see them and then they give them the same stuff they've already seen in the clips.
Right.
And then that makes them go, oh, I'm not going to see them again.
Right.
So it's like, okay, you want? Go ahead. Have this weekend. Be shitty to the staff. Have your fans be dickheads. Not be funny. Don't fill the hour. And get a bad
very specific.
reputation.
Get a bad... Yeah, I agree. It's
And
like
then-
it'll
and then-
all
Say something
come out.
racist.
Yes. That is...
Longevity
Yes.
is what we're aiming for.
It's not a fucking
Sorry,
race.
I don't need to be the Dalai Lama
It's
right
a
now.
marathon, not a sprint.
Agreed.
And I'm here for the journey, not the destination.
Motherfucking
the
right,
turtle, not the
bitch.
hare.
And that's that.
And with Maddie's audience, it's not a sprint; it's a Boost Mobile.
Oh, you're one clever guy.
But I think also a lot of the celebrity-driven acts.
Yeah.
That I think they're actually selling the meet and greet, and you just have to sit through
Right.
stand up
Oh,
first.
shit. You're right.
Because they
Yeah.
all do
Right,
the
they all do
picture.
the photos and,
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what those people
and
are
sell
actually.
their stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're buying that VIP ticket for the picture.
Right.
Oh, fuck.
And then also you're seeing.
So that's
whatever
like the
horseshit
movie,
they do.
and their stand-up set is a preview. And if one of them was like, "How long's the preview stand-up set?" They'd be like, "I don't know. I'm not a maniac."
No, they'd be like about a half an hour to be honest, and then
Yeah.
and then they're gonna do a Q&A
Q&A.
because they weren't ready to tour yet.
I know. I would love to see you on Wild and Out,
Oh, I would love that.
That'd
too.
be
I got asked to
incredible.
audition for it, and I said no.
dude. You'd
You
be
said- No,
I would hate
amazing
it.
on it.
I would hate it.
Why?
I don't. I'm not a good improv.
It's
But you're so good at coming up with shit on the spot and like sniping and lines and everything.
funny.
Do you realize I would make it half an episode before I said something? And they would cut my fucking head off.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be
No,
great.
I think if they put you on the spot and they're like, improvise a rap, you'd be like, but if you came in and tag shit or like just like that line with her, you would paralyze people.
Game over.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah.
No, I think I would do horrible. I would get booed.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but also
Because
people
I
would.
thought that too when I started, because I have like the roast battle background.
Yeah,
And you just got to go in like mean and have
Yeah.
a smile.
I'd be great on Wild and Out.
You'd be great.
I should do it.
I think you should.
Yep.
It's either you would be great on it or they're absolutely not.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Now, have you seen
Not you
some-
specifically, just people in general. Not you
I mean,
specifically.
you, Ian.
No. Just in general. It's just like such a weird, it's just such a weird
Very
show.
polarizing.
Here, Dom, what were you gonna ask, buddy?
I was gonna say, have you seen some people that got through all the ropes and then just went up and completely tanked, like when the cameras are on?
yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like, Yo, I
Yeah.
can't. This shit's for real.
Yeah, and then they have to live with that for the rest of your life.
Right. Well,
Oh, you're sad about being dumped? Imagine getting on TV and then they're like, actually, no.
Right.
The Shane Gillis.
No, she's on it.
She's good?
Yeah. Yeah, she's good.
All right, now tell everybody the name that you wrote down on the page.
Stop, Rudy, Ian's starting shit.
No.
Show the fans.
No. Okay. All right.
Stop. Literally stop.
Ian.
Cut
It's
this part
okay.
out in the edit.
Here, hold on. No, I'll do it.
Don't name names, Ian.
Stop, you guys are
He's writing Nick Cannon.
I honestly,
No,
honestly,
Ian, that's a CK, not a G.
no, honestly, I, whatever. It's out there. People can watch the show. This person like fucking tanked, and I know you're friends with them, but
Oh my god. So I was there when he auditioned and he bombed and he was like, I'm the only one from New York here. Like, I was like, so annoying.
Stop bringing up with my friends at the Laugh Factory.
Why are they running around?
Yeah. You're rhyming. Why are you rhyming?
just write a joke.
Write a joke.
Tell a joke, then stand there.
Do you have to cuss? Oh, that's fucking great. Let's do
Just
plug.
laugh. Don't put your hand over your mouth and say, you stupid. Let's get plugs out of the way.
Let's do it.
Out of the way.
Maddie, what do you want people to get eyes on, honey?
Mother effer. What the hell is up? My name is Maddie Smith, and I am coming to Zany's Nashville for one night, September 14th. That's a big one. And Dallas, Texas, September 10th to 14th, or something like that.
Hyenas?
House of Comedy.
There it is.
Rick Bronson's. Yeah, because I'm on that mall circuit, bitch. So check it out, and also check out my podcast. It's called That Time of the Week. And bye.
Hell yeah.
Can I just say real quick, when you had that Roast State podcast, I got a lot of love from that. That
really?
watched it. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
A lot of people dug that. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was really fun.
I guess I'll keep making stuff.
Maddie, I guess I won't kill myself. No, Maddie had a great thing where during the pandemic, she would have people on to like roast their state or whatever.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Very cool. Danny?
Thank you.
You can follow me at Danny Jokes everywhere. August 26th, I'm going to be headlining I'm going back home to Canada, Toronto, the Paradise Theater. It's going to be fun. And then Boys Cast podcast with Ryan Long on every Friday. And then I host every Tuesday night live call-in show called Low Value Mail.
And you're special.
And I'm special.
No, you're stand-up special.
Oh, and my stand-up special. Oh, I thought you said I am special. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
special.
And my special, The International Jew. Just came out a month ago or so, a couple months ago on YouTube.
Fantastic, Dom.
Tommy boy?
Yeah, follow my YouTube. I'm putting everything on there now. It's Dom's Details, DOMS Details, and I have these real high quality sketches I've been putting up, funding myself, so please subscribe to that. I need you.
Hell yeah, please
Zachy.
support all these guys. You can see me on August the 27th at Comedy at Carlson in Rochester, co-headline with Chris Fega. Please come out. We booked the weekend after Norton and right before Stanhope, and we feel like real assholes. So please come out so it's not too embarrassing. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. iAnimal69, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. If you're listening, you know my new podcast, Being Ian with Jordan, just dropped. Fucking fun. Fucking great. It's like Pee-wee's Playhouse meets Wayne's World. And I appreciate you guys for listening. Patreon.com/BeingIanPod. Being Ian Pod. YouTube. Yup, and I just had a fucking brain fart. This is tonight, Laugh Boston, headline in Laugh Boston, Boston, Massachusetts, Friday, August 11th. Friday, August 12th and 13th, Creek in the Cave, Austin, August 18th to the 20th, San Diego, American Comedy Company, and then the following week, I'm fucking headlining Bensalem, Portland, Maine. Going to be back at Cleveland Hilarities with the great Dave Attell, and we just booked I'm headlining Stand Up Live Arizona, Governors on Long Island, Philly Punchline, and working on Sacramento and San Francisco. IanFidance.com. Come out, hear a joke, have a smoke, and if you're Australian, you'll say, "What up, bloke?"
Oh my God.
I hope
You lost me. You lost me.
There
we are. I was so
Okey
invested.
Fuck, I think you misspoke.
Oh, no wonder you're broke.
Is this well?
I miss when you
Kick
did
him out
coke.
the classroom. Yo. That's not a joke.
Hey guys, remember Tone Loke?
My egg got some yolk.
This joke's like a spoke.
It's really sitting there silent.
If I was a superhero, I'd want an invisible cloak.
Oh, dude, if I had that, I would be stoked.
We're at a professional level now. We can't.
I live in Brooklyn. You know I'm woke.
Brooklyn, Park Slope?
Go find a man's ass and give it a poke.
Oh, shit.
With the monkeypox?
Whoa.
Hey man, like Obama.
My heart is
no, wait,
racing.
I've got hope.
Oh, man.
Oh, nothing. I just hope that you croak.
Call back to Nope.
Call back to
I was
no.
just going to say, it's a good movie. No, but thank you for legitimately just describing a callback. You fucking moron.
Hey.
We love them.
Dom's fucking great, dude.
Yeah.
I love Dom. I've loved him for so long. I'm so glad you're here.
I remember one time I was hosting so bad when I first started hosting. He looks at me like I was terrible. I was like, "Fuck you," and he goes, "You should never host again." I started working at it after that.
Yeah, LOL.
Ian said that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, I didn't say that.
Well, in a joking way, but in a more
yeah, but
probably
there's always
in a
truth
more,
behind
like,
jokes.
make you
Oh,
better
yeah.
type of way too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, you fucked
It's
up.
funny, we bust each other's balls here in New York City, and some people aren't cut out for it.
Everywhere I go, it's to sell a table.
Everywhere I go, and I always remember to act my best.
No, yeah, I was joking, but if I didn't think you were funny, I wouldn't have said it. Like,
Right,
I
no, I know, yeah.
Right.
if I didn't like you or think you were funny, I wouldn't have said it because you're obviously fucking funny. I obviously like you. Like, I am so grateful I surround myself with dudes that are like, "Is that really what you're doing up there?" You know, to, like,
right.
Make me be like,
$100.
"Oh, fuck you. All right, I'll fucking step it up." You know.
I agree.
Anyone that hangs out with people that are like, "You crushed, oh my god, destroying, la la," fuck off.
And rightfully so. Though I was new to hosting. It's not nothing easy. It's an art, like doing stand up.
Totally.
But yeah, no, I got a few. I remember when I first met you, pulled up on a bike. You've always been cool as fuck. First time I met him, like, you pull up on this bike, you're like, "Dude, you want to smoke a joint?" We're like, "Old man hustle" or something. I'm like, "Yeah, man," for years ago.
Dude.
Woo,
I've known you since I moved here.
Smoking and token.
Good times.
I was
living in hell.
I actually almost sent you. I almost sent you. I don't know why I didn't do it. Because I haven't talked to you in a while. But I almost sent you when I seen Louis C.K. drop your name. I literally have the video on my phone.
No
I
shit.
screen recorded it. I was gonna send it to you.
Tommy.
I'm like, I can't just call the guy because Louis
you
C.K.
can.
started talking about.
That
It's
would've
like, I
made
don't
me
want to
so
be one of
excited
those
to
guys.
hit the ignore button.
I would have loved
It makes me so excited. Like, whose number is this? I don't even.
Literally talking about how lonely I am and I need
I
human
know.
contact.
I'm like,
Tom calls. I'm
bye.
like, ignore.
No.
I'm so proud of you. What's this motherfucker want?
Dude, I'm not gay.
Anymore.
Yeah, it's just a podcast.
Dude, Dom, I want you to talk about growing up outside of Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. Like, you got some wild shit.
Tell us everything.
Yeah. Shit, I don't know. Where do you want to start at?
I don't know.
To talk.
Like, didn't you start at the
enough.
Funny Stop?
Yeah, with
And,
Pete and all that. And my car blew up in the parking lot first day ever there.
The Funny Stop is
Antifreeze
where?
in Cuyahoga Falls.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah.
outside
In
of
Ohio.
Akron. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Like by Ken or whatever.
I love it, but it's like if a Chuck E. Cheese turned into a comedy.
Right. And now his kids are grown. Like, I've been going there since they were kids, so
Yeah.
he'd kind of be like, watch what you say on stage. And this guy goes on the microphone in the back when you're on stage doing your shit. You could be crushing, and he just goes up and just starts talking shit. Like, hey,
Really?
what is that? Like, just throwing you.
He's an old, like,
Obsessed.
Persian guy? Greek guy?
Yeah,
What is
something
he?
Lebanese. I
Yeah,
think.
he's
Obsessed
Lebanese.
with this.
His name's Pete, and his brother Dom, right?
Tony.
Tony. His
thing.
brother Tony works in the kitchen, and they fucking this guy he owns a club and will just be like, "What is joke?"
That's
Repeat,
Right.
Really?
or like just talk shit to you.
That's
yeah,
amazing.
Not funny.
And that's when
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
started?
People would be dying. Yeah. And my first day in my car, antifreeze all over his Mercedes.
Oh, my God.
I'm standing there. He's like, leave, never
my
come
God.
back. There was no other clubs around there. So like I went to
Yeah.
pizza places, but I've been back a few times since, like, before I moved or whatever.
that was my first headline gig after the pandemic.
Yeah,
Like,
you were telling
May
me
of
that.
2021. Yeah,
You know what's funny? He's actually from the Hilarities, which that is such a beautiful club. But
yeah, I
they're
was just there.
originally
It's
from
fucking
there.
great.
Like,
Yeah.
I think maybe he managed it, or I don't know what the story or whatever was, but they still like try to call the Funny Stop Hilarities. You see the posters up there and shit. Yeah, he's got like posters up like the original Hilarities.
But it's so fun. Like, you know how like other clubs like have a placard out front, or like a sandwich board, or like they have a marquee or something like that, or like, pictures like framed of like coming up, being finance, blah blah blah. He literally has like computer page printed out, like thumbtacked to a fucking brown
Right.
board. Like,
Yeah. Very
It's a
much
terrible name for a club.
The funny stop.
It's where
Yeah.
the funny stops.
Yeah, and your career.
Comedy club in Canada and Victoria called Hecklers.
I would hate that.
And it was a bar that was called Hecklers, and then the guy
okay.
opened a comedy club, or he bought the bar to open a comedy club, and he's just like, I'm not changing the name.
Amazing. That sucks.
It's actually a good club, but
sucks.
insane name for a club.
Yeah, I mean now people are like doing that. I noticed. Like I've been, not to brag, but I've been doing comedy on cruises.
Oh yeah, yo, Dommy got. They go, hey, say whatever you want, adult audience, blah blah. And then he got off, and I had a list of things he said wrong, and I go, oh man, I'm on your side, man. What the fuck them? And he's like, yeah, I had this N-word bit. I talked about raping my brother, and I'm like, they have a point. Yeah.
You do dating and drinking. That's it.
Yeah, Dom's like, what happens if you jerk off your brother and they're asleep? And
They're like,
what?
Like, the lobster's good.
Yeah. I'm dying and my son's a child. What the
My
fuck?
son is a child. Dom.
The worst thing
No, he
about
said
bombing on a
explicit.
boat is that you then have to see them
I know
for
you
the
have to
week.
go in the pool with them.
And you got to see him in the airport. I would never go
Really?
in a cruise.
Yeah.
ship.
Say the Alabama airport.
Yeah, the Alabama airport.
No.
You're sitting with them. They're all religious folk. They're like, that stuff with your brother.
They said that.
Yeah, dude told me that. I was like, I just made it up. What do you say? I'm sitting with them for 10 hours. I just thought it'd be funny. The Alabama airport is like the size of this room. Like the street terminal.
Yeah, they only had like 2 flights.
A vending
Right.
machine. Yeah.
Right.
Like one person working every flight.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a Greyhound station for the sky.
No, literally.
It sucks. Yeah,
Literally,
it's terrible. And you're sitting with these
10 hours.
morons.
10 hours.
Oh,
You can't ignore them. You're still waiting on the review.
How long were
I
you?
need this to survive.
Did you do a run on the cruise, like for a couple
7
months?
weeks. That's why.
7 weeks.
Yeah, I noticed your pineapple.
Kidding me?
Yeah.
7 weeks?
Yeah.
That's so long.
rape and brother sex. They hate him.
I mean, they brought him back. They let him stay for 7 weeks. That's not
Wait, 7 weeks straight?
Pretty much. I had like
Oh
a day
my
off.
God.
I was in New York for like 16 hours between gigs.
Wow, that's so intense.
I
And
learned
then you have
something.
to go back to Alabama?
What'd you
No, I'm gonna avoid that one.
You're gonna ask about my pineapple, right?
So before, yep, you knew what it was about. The pineapple before the cruise.
I only
had
knew
no,
about. I only learned about this recently.
What?
So there's this code with cruises,
Swingers?
and it's pineapples.
Well, it's for swingers in general.
an
Oh,
upside
okay,
down
yeah.
pineapple. Well,
That means they swing.
The swing, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you pass by
bi.
a couple's house
Yeah.
and they have an upside down pineapple as a decoration,
This is like a mezuzah for perverts.
it means we swing with other couples.
it's like the Freemason for saying.
You got a pineapple on you.
yeah,
I
but
noticed it as
it's
soon as I walked
upside-
in.
It's right side up.
Yeah, but wait till you
But
scratch.
Yeah,
it.
but turn your
Then
upside down. Yeah.
Put
Turn
your
it
arm
up.
up. Turn
You
it up.
know I can't reach that way.
Yeah, I had no clue.
Fair enough.
And they called me like, "Hey, can you be at the airport in 3 hours?" We had a
my
fallout. That's how I've been waiting 6 months to get booked. So I go to Burlington. I spend like $100 on clothes for the Dominican Republic.
Burlington Coat Factory?
Yeah,
Oh
like
my
or
God.
TJ Maxx, a few of those spots. And all this shit's cheap with all these upside down pineapples on. So I got the fucking
Are you
whole
kidding
suit.
me?
Yeah, I got the
You
shirt.
got a suit with upside down?
I got
oh
like
my God.
a Hawaiian matching thing, and everything's. I got the socks. I mean, dude, I'm screaming it, and it's all the clothes I had for 7 weeks. I had to wear this shit and deal with all the uncomfortableness.
How'd it go?
Just
smashing
like
a bunch of
no,
swinger
you
couples?
can't really hang out with the guests. So, and I was like,
Yeah, it's
red.
not encouraged.
Really?
You have a security guard that watches you.
Really?
Yeah.
This sounds like hell, and there's
Oh
no
my
service
God,
on the
it's
boat.
yeah.
You can't go on the phone.
There's no service?
I go, Jareed. He goes,
you gotta
"Come
pay
on, why not
for it."
bring
He
a book?"
can't read. He doesn't know what a book is.
I'm like, why would I even do that? You think I want to
can't
learn?
even picture Don reading. I'm like,
I know.
come on.
I know the book's upside down. His eyes are even closer together.
There's too many words on this shit.
Did you have a rider? Or you? So no, I'm asking. So like when I did a cruise, I got a rider. Like I got to ask for shit.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're supposed to have people, but nobody knows what they're doing. They're like, yeah, go down there. I went to somebody's wrong room. They're in there showering, because there's an A and an O side. I almost got fired my first day. I had to meet with HR. They're like, yeah, you were sitting in the room. I thought it was like a roommate situation. My first thing, this dude's in there showering.
That guy at the show? Did that guy come to any shows?
No, he was just one of the workers on the boat.
Oh.
I'm just sitting there like, this is fucked up.
With your fucking
Dude's
pineapple
door was
suit on?
Yeah.
And some random dude's rude. Upside down pineapples everywhere.
What's going on these cruises?
Dude, you look like a swinger.
Yeah. Yeah, and I definitely
Dude, you had
did.
to talk with HR? So you had to talk with HR, and someone said you can't say that stuff.
No, first 6 hours in the cruise, I had to talk with HR for being in some dude's room. Like, I'm like, I'm legit gonna get fired. They're like, it's not a roommate situation. I'm like, how am I supposed to know that? Nobody told me.
By reading your contract.
By
I
being
guess that's
over
a good
30
point.
and having standards for your life.
Right. I'm so used to
bunking up for 7 weeks, buddy.
Yeah.
Did you have one of the server, like the service
What is
room,
this, the
like
third class of the Titanic?
the under the water service
The under the
room?
water room, no windows.
Really?
Dude, that blows.
Little TV like this.
You were under the water, your room?
Yeah.
The service rooms are like shitty little motel rooms.
You got the
tiny.
shower
Really?
curtain against you the whole time.
Shut up, really?
Yeah.
And you
The
can't
shower
use your
curtain.
phone at all?
You have to pay for internet, and it
You're
still
kidding
sucks.
me.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
you could use WhatsApp. So everybody I know,
I am not downloading WhatsApp.
There's this thing that the girls do on the cruises too, where they'll take your phone, right, and then they'll be like Facebook, and they'll grab your. I hope I don't get canceled for saying that, but or the way I said it, I don't know. But either way, they say.
Can't say anything anymore.
Wait, that was the thing that you're worried about getting canceled? Or is there something coming up that's
Fucking all these
cancelable?
woke people can't even Facebook.
The girls take your phones.
Well, I guess the way she said it,
Can we
but.
cut that part out?
Yeah, can you cut that out about the phones? I really want my career. No, so they take your phone and they'll be like, they don't barely speak English. So you'll be like, friend. They'll be like, friend.
Oh, okay.
And then they send themselves a message that says, come visit me. And it happened to 2 different people. And a guy on the boat's like, yeah, man, you can't do that because they're trying to build up sponsors so they can come to the States.
Why can't you do that?
I don't know. I
They're
guess
using it as evidence to try and get.
For their for a visa.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's like, you got 2 of them? I was just thinking like, oh, this girl's pretty hot,
Yeah.
Teeth were a little fucked up, but
Yeah, but she was a cruise. She was a cruise 8.
So stupid.
When I did the cruise, a lady walked up to me at the bar, and she was, "You want to see my tits?" And I was like, "Yes, I do." And she took her boobs out. And she was not bad for 5 kids, huh?
Oh my God.
Oh, that might have just been also just being on the road with Jay.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Are they yours? So what did you? What
did you party with the staff? Like the staff? Because I heard on cruises the staff goes hard. They have like
they
crew
do.
bar.
I could not imagine doing this sober. I would
I
put
don't.
myself
I
in
would
that
have
did
to
the
be
first 3
stoned
days,
and
so-
getting drunk every night.
I did the
Yeah,
first
I would
3
have
days
to be-
sober.
I couldn't do
Really?
it.
And then I did the second 3 days loaded.
Really?
Well, they watch you. Like they,
Have
a guy got breathalyzed. A music
Really?
dude got drug tested for smoking weed. Like,
What?
which is crazy to me because it's like, come on, like, and they fired him.
It's
He
just,
brought weed on
Bro,
the boat?
what?
I don't think he even brought it on the boat. Like, I think that, well, maybe they had some
Bro,
suspicion.
where the fuck are you going? North Korea?
What is, what is going
Right.
on?
Yeah, I
Drug
couldn't
tested
believe
on
it
a
myself.
cruise?
Yeah, and yeah, they
I feel
drug
like that's
test
an
him.
invasion
It's
of-
like, yo, and we're pulling off from places like San Fran where it's legal. So it's like, well, if it's legal there, like,
Did anyone get left at different ports?
there was a fight. You know what happened was, yeah, well, I guess wherever you get if say you're on a cruise and the boat's out of Panama. Well, this isn't left, but a guy got in a fight for some swinging shit. Somebody banged his wife, and you know. You can't do that to people's wives.
And it was you who banged his wife. 'cause
Right.
you're
Unless
wearing
they got the
fucking shit.
pineapple.
God forbid it's not upside down.
Right. You can't read emoji?
Yeah, you don't see this
Hey.
shit.
Hey, do you swing or is that SpongeBob's house?
Oh, bada boom, bada boom.
You know, no one's gonna swing on me. You know why? Because look, oh my god, my mustache.
There we go.
It's a knife.
Oh my God, no one's
you
gonna
don't
swing
need
on
that.
you. No
Ohio.
one's gonna swing
Got it.
on you. I
I've never
love
found
that. I love that.
That is needed.
I
A
love
friend of mine
that.
got assaulted. I got her a taser.
Really? I would get one of those.
Gotta go to
Put it
Ohio.
right
Gotta
in
get
the-
a mustache.
Gotta get a mustache. Oh, you're halfway on your way.
I'll just grow it out.
Say it again. Gotta get a mustache.
Gotta get a mustache.
You're almost there. Nothing the twice time.
I like you're on your way. Oh, that's what it's for. I was wondering.
But yeah, I had to have a guy drive these across state lines because you can't
Really?
bring them on planes. Yeah, I got brass
Oh.
knuckles. I got fucking tasers. I got this.
So what's a lady comedian supposed to do out there?
Have a fucking knight in shining armor. Have someone drive weapons across state lines for you.
For every time I go.
I got another taser. If you want it, I paid 30, 50. It's yours.
Okay. A taser?
I mean 100.
Wait, no, you can't do that right in front of me. You already added $20 to it.
All right, 80, but you get to tase his balls.
Okay, I'm in.
There's a
And we
video of a
film it.
woman tasing her own vagina that's very funny.
Oh my God.
Try to pop that up, but Dom, finish this. So something
yeah.
happened with a fight.
Oh yeah, and the guy got arrested by the FBI, and we had to pull up to Florida. It was FBI on the boat because it's
my
they had to send
God.
him to Panama jail because that's where the boat ports
docked.
out of. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So it's like if you
So you're technically on in Panama.
yeah, like
legally
say you
on that
go,
boat?
say you leave from Florida, you're a little fucked up, and you go on a boat, bang somebody's wife, get in a fight, or whatever. You get arrested on a boat for anything. There was 5 fights on the one I was on, and yeah, the FBI came.
While they're trying to get their money back after seeing your act.
right, probably.
Yes.
LOL
guy
Cruise
sucks.
Lines.
You know how I got on the
I'm not a
subject?
cruise director. Welcome.
Is this a guest spot? I'm on the fucking water. Yeah, no, but the reason I got on is where you get all these people that never did comedy or watched it. And I'm hearing this, like, I've probably heard this 15 times now. People heckle, and they're like, well, I see the news shows. That's what you're supposed to do. You heckle comedians.
It's a golden
And they
age for
make
hecklers
it.
right now.
Yeah, it's like, no, you don't do that.
Yeah, because everyone's fucking posting these heckler videos.
Yeah.
Right.
This is the first time ever where a heckler comes up to the heckle and they go, "I'm helping." And you go,
Yeah.
"Yeah, you kind of are."
Yeah.
And you go,
Hey, you know who's helped? Steve Hofstetter. An old comedian.
The OG.
heckler. Yeah.
The OG.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
destroyed so many
These are
hecklers.
old gay because he stinks. Anyway.
Alex, you find it?
Yeah.
Oh, the
here
tasing.
we are.
Oh.
She just got done watching Maddie on Wild and Out.
Yep. That's right.
Is it? Oh, here we go. Come on, take a seat.
Wait, I'm nervous.
Take a seat.
Stop.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
is she for real?
Why does she do
Here it
it?
comes.
Content.
Maybe she's proven that
She needs content.
Oh my God. That's not real.
No, it's not real.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. I see it lighting up.
Stop.
Oh, no, that shit was real. They get her with the...
How could you be able to tase yourself like that for so long?
She couldn't let go. Her nervous system was locked up.
Did
There's
your
a
legs-
follow-up
her legs
video,
were
I think.
shaking.
I think there's a follow-up video
Of what? Her
of
paralyzed?
her being like, "Woo, that was crazy."
Was that like a sexual thing, or was that like a
Yeah,
look how
it's a
tough I am
masochist
thing?
I think it was sexual. She was drinking wine. She was
She looked
feeling
like she was in
herself.
ecstasy.
Alcohol thing.
Is that like the
legit was
female
like-
equivalent of putting a belt around your neck and jerking off?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Did you find the follow up? Or I think there's a
Yeah,
video
it's
of her-
called "Finally Out of the Hospital from Tasing My Pussy."
Oh my god. Did she get a stutter from
the title.
I don't know what going through my head, but one thing last thing lead to another. My video was deleted off my page because some had reported it as.
Yeah, that's the number one storyline on this.
Today, Jaquina.
I want to find out. I want to see a video of her before this where she talks normally.
She's faking.
So just aux cords.
It's like 5 minutes long.
That what she's talking like now has anything to do with tasing the pussy there.
Remix.
And the beat drops.
Tried it at home.
I tried to tase my pussy. All right, this is really sad. Turn
Yeah,
this off.
that's either sad or fake, and both are bumming me out.
Is there a video of her talking before this?
I
So
lean
she
off
tased
fake.
herself. She probably had a stroke.
You think so?
I mean,
imagine going through all that, then they delete your viral video. It's like, yo,
It's the only point of doing it.
fucked for life over this.
Is there a video of her talking beforehand?
I don't know.
Show the video of her getting tased.
I really hope the taser.
We need a palate
vagina
cleanser.
didn't
Let's
work.
laugh.
YouTube channel.
Let's laugh again.
Let's laugh. Remember laughter?
Oh, is that her?
Oh,
here she is.
It's a trend now.
She said about it being a 2018 vibrator, I'm supposed to be laying on my back. She said, if I want to get the nut with my clothes on, I gotta be laying on my back. No other way. I can't be on my knees. I can't be on my stomach. I can't be on my side. I gotta be laying on my back with my clothes on.
So do it.
My clothes on. So I'ma lay on my back
I keep
with
feeling
my
something over and over,
clothes on.
don't you?
All right.
Come on, just beat it up. Wild and On's out in fucking 20 minutes.
With my clothes on.
This is Maddie's.
So she was talking normal before.
Yeah, is this the same? Are we assuming this is the same lady? I assume it's a different.
Oh my god.
No, this is her YouTube channel.
This is her YouTube
Trying to
channel.
get this nut for way
Same
too
comforter
long.
as the other video.
Way too long.
So after the tasing, she now
It's the best
can't
thing out
speak.
here. It
I
got
guess.
light
Here
on
she
it
kind of can't speak
That's
now.
the kind of taser I got. I bet she's from
and
Ohio.
everything.
Go,
A light
go
and
forward.
everything.
Does she tase herself?
You know what I'm
Click
saying?
it. Yep, here we go.
No, I.
Yep.
See that again?
That's a good shit right there.
Oh,
did she really bust a nut?
Hold on. It's electric. Boogie woogie woogie.
Stop. I'm not.
Hold
Wait,
on.
one more time. That's
One more
all right.
time. Hold on. Oh, she's
Wait,
gonna. come.
she's gonna. Oh, oh.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Not even.
Can we watch that
No,
on a
no,
loop?
I
The
cannot.
Metallica's "Ride the Lightning."
Oh my god! Can you do the one where she tases herself and falls off the bed? Because I think she held it there. Or is this making you uncomfortable? You want us to stop?
You guys were talking to me? You want me to do a remake of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than
I'll do
anything.
this one. I think I could scream like her.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch it. It looked too painful.
That was a lot. Let's watch her fall off the bed one more time.
No,
and then we'll
stop.
close it up.
Okay.
No, that's so funny because she's like,
Yeah.
You mean the first video?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hey, Ian, do you think the doctor said no more tasing yourself with the pussy?
Doc, I can't stop. That'd be
Yeah, what
kink
did the
shit.
doctor say?
It's a callback.
Throw her a like, by the way. You gotta throw her a like.
Oh.
There you
How
go.
many views does it have?
She's like a bit of a ritual around it.
Yeah, I think she got caught there.
I think she can't let it go, and that's. Oh, that poor woman.
Fucked herself.
But like, did she get addicted to doing it? Like, is that what happened? She just
Yeah,
felt
dude,
so
she's probably
good
got
and she
addicted
can't
to the
stop?
likes. She probably wanted to go fucking viral again.
Right.
Would you go viral for a tasting
No.
of the balls?
No.
Are you kidding me? I would probably. If I knew I was going viral, you could hit him.
Get the taser in here.
Yeah, you're doing a cruise ship for fucking nothing. Of course you'll go viral for that. You got no standards.
I'm gonna go viral. I'm gonna get my own room on the cruise next time.
Yeah, get the nuts.
All right, guys, let's wrap this one up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I want to thank our wonderful guests, Dominic Leonelli, Danny Polistrack, Maddie Smith. Thank you guys on behalf of myself and Einon Fidance. This is Zach Amico saying, bye, guys.
Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
Hit it, Frank. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Broad Motherfucking Topics. I'm your host, Kim Congdon, here with my co-host,
Alex Scarlato. And boy, have we had a day.
We have had a day, and we're so excited because we have one of my best friends. Can I call you my best friend?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I feel like this guy, I haven't known him for a long time, but he has become one of my best friends. You know him from the Honeydew podcast. He's one of the funniest guys ever. It's Ryan Sickler.
Thank you. That's nice.
You're welcome.
We've bonded
I
pretty
do
quickly.
feel like we're best friends.
Super
Is that
quickly.
weird to say?
Nah.
A little bit.
It's a really nice thing to say.
It is a really nice thing to say.
Yeah,
Also,
because you
think
don't want
about
to be the weird girl that's like, my best friend. You ever met the girl that's not your best friend?
As
Yeah.
somebody else who
I
she
have.
calls a best friend, she doesn't say that to everybody.
That's nice.
Yeah.
We're best friends.
I mean
Legit.
that.
I was just thinking about it the other day. Like, I'm 49. How many more times in my life, in this adulthood, am I going to meet a new friend? You know what I mean? A good one. A good
Let
one.
alone a new best friend.
Right. Let alone a new bestie.
I'm a bestie.
So here we are.
Here I am. We went on the road together.
We did. We had a killer weekend in La
We
Jolla.
had fun.
We did.
It was great. Sickler sold out all of his shows.
Nice.
We had a great time. It was fucking packed. Your fans are so cool.
They are good.
They're good people.
Thank God they're good people.
Chill people. They drink. They don't get too drunk. They mostly get high. They're like nice. They're
You
not
know what
annoying.
a quiet thing every manager without knowing they've told me is they all drink a lot and they tip very well. And I was like, fuck yeah, good. They're
He's
taking
very
care of
well
people out there. Good.
Good. Yeah, we had a great time. We were in San Diego. I got robbed at a coffee shop. Remember that?
Robbed how? How much?
These
what'd you lose?
motherfuckers.
You know, a regular cup of coffee is what, $8? They charge her double.
11. It was $11 or $12. I looked because now I set up a thing so that I get a text every
Now I'm
time.
picturing you getting robbed for your coffee.
Yeah. No, the
Okay,
girl
well-
behind the counter hustled her.
It was dramatic. It was some hipster bitch with a fucking Target
Hipster
tattoo
bitch,
on her
yeah.
arm. She
pocketed that extra $4.
And I even told her that her tattoo was nice, which really insulted me that she could smile in my face and then stab me in my back.
Right.
What if that's the reason she got it? Every time that someone says it, she's
I
going
like
to
your
figure out a
tattoo.
way
She
to
doesn't
fucking
wanna
hustle.
steal. This person trusts me. What if that's her thing? This person trusts me.
Smart.
It's the person.
Can I
who
tell
makes
you
me
one of the
feel-
most fun? I mean, we had such fun, but one of the funniest things all weekend that I saw
What?
Yeah.
was Kim Congdon got way high, and Kirsten and Kim and I were down in the. First of all, you're not allowed to have pets in this hotel now, so now I'm sneaking
We're sneaking
Princess
this
in there
dog in a bag
with a
everywhere.
bag and a blanket over. It looks like we're sneaking a dog
You
in
can
the
hear
place, right?
a barking.
She's so
I have to start
small.
barking at Sickler to play like it
Okay,
off. Like,
fun.
And
I'm
there
like,
was
"Look,
one
I
time.
love role playing.
No bullshit. A guy and a lady in the elevator. They were talking about something, and the lady barked for some reason, and I was like, "Nah," and the dog just started barking. I was like, "Nah, what are the odds?" But anyway,
You mean a real lady barked in
yeah,
the
she was telling a
elevator?
story like my dog went
Isn't that
like
weird?
that, and I was like, "Get
That
the
is so
of all
unlucky. What are the
times,
fucking odds?
of all fucking times," and the dog starts barking.
That's also how I know that this is all a fucking simulation.
Listen, I'm with you
That's
on
crazy.
Why
Who
would she
does
do that? We saw a rollover accident on the way to
On the way
fucking
there. The guy got out of his car on the freeway, and the other one's still smoking.
No.
We called 911. That we couldn't even get through, and we're like, oh, people are probably calling left and right. And the lady said we were the first person to call. That's crazy.
3 minutes later, first person to call. Huge accident.
Anyway, Kim's high as shit. We're all high.
You're mushroom high or
No, I'm
Weed
weed
high.
high. But the way
Okay.
this don't just say I'm high as shit. The way this motherfucker
the whole gang was high as shit. I could tell by the two of you.
Yeah, we are high.
And we're down there trying to put our credit card up against the vending machine, a little tap, right?
Okay.
And I'm watching Kim's like, it's not working. It's not working. And I can see that she's using her driver's license.
Oh,
Okay. And she is touching this mother. So she goes to the next one. She's like, none of them are working. And before I could tell Kirsten, don't say it, she goes, you're using your driver's license. I was like, oh, we could have had we could have video of this. I'd have zoomed in on that shit. I was like, oh God, look at her over there. She was about it though. Like,
Sometimes you do dumb shit when you're really
that was a good one.
Sounds like a drunk mistake.
Driver's license.
I put a
we
lot
weren't
of
even drunk at
Yeah,
all.
that sounds like you're.
I don't know if anyone
truly
had. I don't know if I don't think anyone had a drop of alcohol all weekend.
Nobody drank one sip of
Yeah.
alcohol all weekend.
That's my kind of weekend, sister.
Yeah.
Way better.
Way better. No
I
drinks.
feel you guys on that.
It's just too much. I'd rather eat. If I'm going to
Yes.
fill up on sugars and
Yes.
something that's going to make me feel bad, I'd rather it be food. The thing I
Also,
liked about
smoking
Sickler...
weed and eating goes together so well, and smoking weed and drinking alcohol kind of just fucks you up and gives you the spins.
Worst night, you can't work like that. You can't enjoy your day the next day. It's too much. And I like hanging out with Sickler because he's the type of person, I sent you this meme.
That was nice, yeah.
He's the type of the person that we're at lunch. He takes us out to, what was it, a sushi spot for lunch. And while we're eating the sushi, this motherfucker's going, where are we going for dinner? Like mid-sushi.
But also, in my defense, as I chanted USA, USA, we had 2 shows, and we had to figure out, because anything decent was closed after the second show.
Right.
So while we're having lunch, we need to figure out what we're going to have for dinner. We're going to get fucked and get
Yeah, 'cause
garbage.
first show's too early, second show's
7-Eleven
too late.
fucking
I
hot
I
dogs
also
and
feel like
shit.
that's travel energy. Like if you're not in your place where you live, you're anywhere else. What do you have to do other than eat? You're like waiting,
It's so
always
good to
awaiting
eat
your next
sushi
meal.
and be on Yelp looking for the next thing. Oh,
that's a
hell
dream.
That's
yeah.
living like a king. Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, except this bitch stole from me.
It's $4.
I won't let it go.
I know.
She fucking didn't turn the iPad over after I ordered the coffee. You know when you're before I had ordered the day
Okay.
before, and it gave you the choice of the tip.
Of course.
And she didn't turn it over.
Which
and
I don't like that, by the way. I don't like how now I'm being suggested to give a tip
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Subway?
Like I walked in
Subway.
the nerve.
The fucking
Subway.
Like
the
I absolute
absolute
balls.
Get the fuck out. And I go basic on my
You guys
sandwich.
had a pedophile as a mascot. Don't
Thank
ask
you.
me for a tip.
Subway wants a tip.
I have no problem in the world pressing no tip and swinging it back at them.
Actually, I
don't
flip
give a
it,
fuck,
so it
dude.
falls.
I want them to see that I'm not giving them a tip.
I always get pressured. I go, here's $1, too.
It depends on where I
Delivering
am.
something to my house, or if they're my Uber driver, or if whatever. But if I'm doing all of the work of going into the place where you buy the item, I'm not giving the guy a tip because he works behind the counter. It's fucking psychotic. I'm
and it-
sorry,
and
maybe
it-
I'm wrong, but I don't care.
You think Subway's bad?
correct
It's at the
rage.
craziest
I
places.
really hate
I'll go
tipping
into a place
culture.
to buy a soap. I'll go into a soap shop, handmade
Like
soaps.
what? Oh,
handmade
oh, like
soaps.
a-
I'll click the thing and then it'll say tip, and I said, "Bitch, this
That's
is your
tip.
store."
Yeah.
An artisanal
It's all right. Did I do
fucking
enough?
soap
I
shops.
bought a $72 soap, and your ass want from your
$72
fucking small
soap.
shop.
There's
now
a
you want a
9%
tip?
gratuity included.
I'm done.
Like, is that what that says right here?
You made this, You made this soap in your bathtub, by the way, at home. Like,
yes.
Yeah. I can't.
I'm done.
Is that show soap, like show towels? You know what I mean? You don't really use the soap. It just sits out for decoration.
No, I use all my soaps.
Okay, you use your soaps?
My soap's good.
You don't
Good
have any
use.
show soaps?
Straight in my butt. No. Every soap I've got's gone straight to my ass.
That's her inside soap.
It's my inside soap. Yeah, so this bitch takes money from me. And then that
So
was
you're
it.
saying she pressed the 15% or whatever?
I don't
it
know
was
what
on
she
her
did.
own?
I don't know what she did, but I was like, that's weird. And then I get a text because I added a thing on my phone that every time I get a text when I get a charge. And then it said it was $12. And I said, are your lattes $12? I went back and I did this with my head. And that means a Puerto Rican's about to hit you. So I said, are your lattes $12? And she said, she was like, no. And I was like, okay, I think I got overcharged. And she was like, okay. And then I looked at my receipt and I had 2 lattes on there.
but there was only one latte on the counter. She only made one latte, but her ticket said 2, which means she was going to charge me for 2. See if I didn't notice, and then when I didn't notice, I know what she was going to do because I am a scammer. She was going to delete the latte off, but still have that $6 that I had gone missing that I don't care about, obviously, in the ether. And then she was going to transfer that over to her own tip.
My friend and I used to have a similar
I
grift
think a
at
little
the
differently.
McDonald's.
You think differently?
Slightly. I think she's keeping your money.
Okay.
But I think she's making that coffee and she's having it for herself. I think you bought her a coffee too. That's what I think.
I think they drink free coffee.
At Buzz,
No.
$19
Now you-
motherfucker.
Now you're calling them by name. Buzz, we do not accept. We said it before. We'll say it again.
At
Everything,
5 Z's at the end of that motherfucker.
everything is allegedly on the broad topic.
That was 5 minutes for every 5 minutes for every motherfucking minute you waited. It was like 40 minutes for a black cup of coffee.
But it was really good. Really good coffee.
Really
Even if
expensive.
they steal from you, it's good.
I'm sorry we interrupted. I want to hear
No,
the
they gave me the money
McDonald's.
back.
I want to hear your
No,
McDonald's.
I mean,
scam.
I kind of get it. I feel like well, I used to have
scamming at the
we
Mickey.
were scamming Mickey
I'll trade you a
D's, me and
hustle
my
too.
friend.
Okay,
we
let's
were
hear
on
it.
the drive-through together, and I can't remember exactly how it was done. I know that she would put in she was taking the orders, and she would put in way more than the people actually ordered. Then charge them, refund. It was a way that we were actually fucking stealing from McDonald's and not the customers, which is why we felt okay about it.
Yeah,
I can't remember how it got to that, but I mean, we got as 16-year-olds a couple $100 each out of this before we were like, I don't want our manager to find out that our first job ever, we got the police called on us. I can't. But
yeah, you go to jail.
But we did get a couple $100. It was great.
I'll tell you the hustle we did. I might have just told you this in La Jolla. So when I first moved here to LA, I got a job at a hotel, right? A high-end Beverly Hills hotel right down here in at off Pico and Beverville. It's a Lowe's hotel now, but it was called the Beverly Prescott back then. And I worked a bunch of different jobs, but front desk was primary.
It's like 5-star service.
Yeah, high fucking end. And I come from Baltimore. Like I didn't even know what a concierge was until I worked at this place. I was like, a what?
He was like, "Isn't that when you eat snails?"
I didn't know any of this shit, right? I didn't know turn down serve. I didn't know anything about fancy hotels because I had never been I hadn't even been in a lobby of a place like this. But now I'm working there, right? So they have this deal. These older men would come in, and when I say old, we're talking mid to late 70s, not 60s, 70s, shuffling, but dripping with money. And they've already they go to the GMs. This is what blows me away of the hotel. And they say, look, I'm going to be fucking a bunch of different prostitutes or side chicks. I can't put it on a credit card because my wife's going to find out about it. So I'd like to make a cash exchange. Okay. This is all done before we even know about this. And that's what they do. Okay. And then the GM will come to us and explain to us these situations. So we're going to have a guest today. He's going to be in around 2 p.m. He's going to pay cash. And what happens is when you pay cash, at least back then, I think you had to put like $2,500 down in case you trash that fucking room or whatever because they don't have any way to get it.
That they would have taken on your credit card.
And then when they come back, it's like a $500 cash room for the day, and then you give them the $2,000 back.
Right.
Okay?
Sure.
And these $2,500 is like a quarter to these motherfuckers. It's nothing. And I'm just looking at $2,500 like it's $25,000,
Right.
So these guys will come in. They come in the lobby. And the girl is down in the garage, and she is sent up through the service elevator. She's not allowed to come in the lobby.
Like a celebrity.
Right. Not allowed to like a side chick.
Like a fucking
like a side
slutty
chick.
celebrity.
Yeah.
Like a piece of
And-
Like a celebrity in porn.
So we'll check him into the room. We'll be like, okay, you're in room
Just getting ready for old dick.
old.
I know.
Wrinkly dick.
I know. Old dick
Powdered
is so
dick.
disturbing to me. Like I just,
Powdered.
Metamucil breath.
it just takes
When
so
you
much
said powdered,
money.
I felt like it was powdered wig and not Johnson & Johnson. I felt like I was so old I had a powdered wig down there.
No, I think they powder their dick.
I just think,
powder
yeah,
wig.
they have to powder them or else they get crusty.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. So we check the dude into like whatever, 502. Then he'll, excuse me, tell her 502. He goes up the main elevator. She goes up the service elevator. They meet. They're supposed to be there.
They're comfortable with so many like employees knowing the whole situation.
Yeah,
It's
we
a
all
lot.
knew. We
Yeah.
all know because he comes in, he does his cash, whatever. We check him in. He's got to have his real name.
It's like a whole
So-
thing where a guy will take different women to the same restaurant, and the people at the restaurant will act like it's the first time seeing the guy.
Yeah.
We have a guy who does that at Leisure Skanks every week.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
So, I was telling Kim that these guys, they're supposed to be up there fucking these young girls for, and when I say young, I don't want to be not underage at all, but for 77, these girls are probably mid-20s, late 20s. That's young in comparison to these dudes.
And most 77-year-olds just aren't even fucking anymore. Like,
So that's what I was going to say. 20 minutes every time. 20 minutes every fucking time. So the hustle was, we knew they didn't shower. They were in and fucking out. All they did was probably mess the bed up a little bit. So we would call housekeeping and say, hey, we just checked a family into 502, but it's on the street side. It's too loud. They want the other side of the hotel. We're going to switch them over. Boom, housekeeping goes in, flips that fucking room around as if it's never used. We wipe it out of the system. Homeboy comes back down. We give him his $2,000, and we all split the 500.
Nice.
All the time. We were hoping these dudes were cheating on their wives. We were like, come on, man. Where are these old guys with the young girls today? Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my God, they're coming. Oh, here he comes.
Shuffling in. And these girls were cute because you'd see them from time to time. The door would accidentally open up. You'd be like, damn, her? Like, oh. Head turners.
I wonder if any of the wives ever tried to get back at them by banging young, hot dick. Old
I
women.
mean,
No, it just doesn't happen like that.
No, we're just not built like them.
There's that one.
even if you are, you know what you're getting?
What?
You're not getting what we're getting when we pay for it.
No.
You get the beauty and the good looks for free. We got to pay for that.
Yeah.
You start paying for dick, you're not getting. God, imagine what that
now,
looks
a guy
like.
that's like an escort.
Yeah,
It's like a Fabio type.
maybe worse.
I feel like, no, it would have to be like a sugar mama type
Mhm.
situation.
I'm out on that.
No.
I'm not.
Yeah, no, that would never happen because the woman doesn't get enough from it. Or,
No,
like,
what are they? No, just like mediocre
away from
dick.
me.
Yeah, an annoying dude. Get out.
Not a young man bothering me in my glory years.
My glory years.
My worst nightmare, a young man. Not anyone but a young man, please. I'm done. But yeah, I went to the beach one day when we were in San Diego.
Yeah.
I had a fucking. And was I wrong about what I was a Karen? Well, I was a Karen at the
A
restaurant.
few times.
I was a Karen a few times. Tell me.
Kim can become a diva sometimes.
She wasn't wrong though. I
But
wasn't.
I'm never wrong.
She's never wrong.
She was not wrong at the
wrong.
restaurant. I wasn't at the beach, but I feel like if the situation was similar to the
It's
restaurant,
not
I'm
that
gonna
I'm a
side
diva.
with Kim.
It's that I'm just not gonna silently let people fucking live in this
Spray
dumb
their
idiot
nonsense
world.
everywhere.
Around Kim.
No,
You
don't be an
can't.
idiot around me.
Yeah.
Just don't waste my time. There's too many idiots. If I was dealing with idiots every day, I wouldn't have enough time to live.
No, you wouldn't.
I wouldn't be able to enjoy my life because I'd be like concerned about idiots. I just would rather them move.
So what happened at the beach or
Well,
whatever?
first at the restaurant.
Guy, this little
This was bad.
squirrely motherfucker. Squirrely's the best way to. He's wiry, squirrely,
Just sit down. It's beautiful.
sweaty and damp. Real, you know what I'm talking about? Just that.
He's a server.
And he sneezes 4 times in a row.
Loud
As fuck. Just not even, half-assing it. It could easily. And then
No,
he's
like that.
grabbing. Then he's grabbing everybody's drinks and
Over
food
the bar.
over the bar.
Coming over the
And
elbow.
Kim tells them, "Go tell him to wash his hands." And she can't. And so they go. 2 people go over and whisper to him. He looks back,
And I look him right in the eye.
and he goes to the other side. We never see him.
Go
If he
wash
disappears to wash his hands, I have no idea. But he goes to the other side.
Does he go out
She
of
was so
sight?
bothered by it. She's just staring over there
Okay.
into the abyss, and I'm like, "Eat your
He's trying
pancakes.
to talk to me.
Eat your
He's
pancakes."
like trying to be like, we're gonna have
Eat
great
your
shows tonight.
pancakes.
I'm like,
You hear only your own dialogue in your head about how upset you are with this motherfucker.
You know how I am about germs.
Yeah.
And then he
just
mad
sneezed
dogged
all
you on the
over
way
the whole
out.
restaurant,
Mhm.
all over the service bar.
You're
where all
about
the
to sit
drinks
down.
are. I'm so
We're
upset.
sitting and watching it. Yeah.
And they bring over we get ceviche.
Oh yeah.
Which is like so sensitive to sneeze. Does that make sense? It's
No,
like
it does seem
if I
like
had
it-
a fried burger, it would be like better.
And
or
also
like a
the
burger.
buns like protecting the
Yeah,
burger. Ceviche just open to the
Ceviche's
world.
open fish with like ready to
Yeah.
suck a sneezing.
I get it.
Does that make sense?
Landing right on the chips.
Because in my head, I start panicking and I start thinking of those little details and the little particles going like. And you can see it in my eyes. You're like, Kim, move on.
She was
Sneeze on
locked.
than
She
my
couldn't
cold
let it
food
go.
gets sneezed on for some reason. Yeah.
It took me a while.
There's sneeze
but I
foods.
moved past it.
We had I used to have a friend whose father, anytime they went to a restaurant, if the server brought your drinks with his hand over
I
it like
hate
that, he would let them set it down. He would say, now go get me another one and put your hand around it like this. And then they would just humbly go back and be like, oh,
Yes. Why are you putting your
why you
hand
put your
over
dirty
my
fucking
drink?
hand over my drink?
I see it all the
It's funny
time. It
'cause
drives me fucking
when it's
nuts.
my own drink, I feel like I put my hand over it to protect it from the outside world.
Of
but
course.
but it's somebody else that's completely inappropriate.
But I
It's
also
like,
have
I don't
a
need your
rule.
palm over my coffee.
Yeah, it's like I'm allowed to touch my private parts, but you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And I can smell them. Exactly. If, like, now I forgot what the fuck I was going to say. Oh, if it's egregious, I'll say something.
Okay.
If it's not, I don't like to fuck with it until I get my food. Because I believe
You
they're
worry.
rubbing their nuts all over my food and spitting all over my food and everything else. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
get
like to
that
wait
too.
till the food is here and then be like, hey, by the way,
And you always want to be really polite about it when you're bringing
take
it
this
up.
shit back. Because
No, I
the
said-
homeboy over there sneezed 9 times.
He needs to go
He
wash
needs
his
to go.
hands.
Kim
And
said he needed to be fired.
No, I said he needs to be sent home. He's obviously sick. He was going like
He was yeah.
He was dripping.
dripping,
Sweating.
tired. I'm like, he needs to go home.
He had
I
some.
don't want to sit down at your restaurant and when this fucking mutant is the face of it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was your server.
No, he wasn't.
Okay.
But he didn't come over to this
It
my
didn't
side of the
matter.
restaurant until I left. Did he not come? We didn't
He
see
did
him.
not. He stayed way
We
the fuck.
didn't see
I think
him.
they put him
Wow.
outside until Kim left, and they
I was
brought him
so
back in.
upset.
Wow.
I was so visibly
Mhm.
upset by it. It was so gross. But then I felt better when I didn't see him.
Yeah,
And
you will
then-
never sit
Got a
through
little
discomfort.
something on your skin. There's that white right here. You touched it. Is it cream or something right there?
Might be wax. I was surfing.
Oh, you might have wax on you.
I was surfing.
It's stuck. Probably wax.
It's
I
wax.
hope it is.
I see
Jesus
it.
Christ, Kim.
Oh, it's right here?
No,
It's also up here.
up there.
Jizz?
That's what I'm wondering
Who
over here.
jizzed on my chest before
You
this?
came into the studio with jizz
Let me
chest.
coming with a pearl necklace on this on the
I haven't heard that in a long time. I haven't heard pearl necklace in so long. That's a
me wearing
oldie.
I
That's a
just was at
oldie
the
but a
beach.
goodie right
I was just at the beach. Yeah, we went in. I was a Karen again at the beach that day. I went and sat down at the beach, and these motherfuckers started playing loud EDM behind me.
Oh, there's nothing Kimmy hates more than beach music.
Well, I hate EDM the most.
Yeah,
even
Loud
not
ass
at the beach.
EDM.
At an EDM concert, I hate EDM. When I'm at the beach and the waves are going,
It's the most beautiful sound of nature there is, honestly.
and then every once in a while you get a, that's my bird.
I got it. Yeah, I heard the bird.
How did
That's
they
good.
do it?
Yeah.
Now I hear,
Some really European shit.
I'm done. I'm done. Then they started bullying me. They said I was the main character
Yeah,
because
they-
I was reading a book.
No, you weren't.
Yeah.
You're reading a book?
About awakening after I complained.
She's
to
laying
you.
on her mini surfboard, ass all out,
I'm
and
proud
over
of
there
you.
yelling at people.
Kimmy opened a book and yelled at the music
I'm trying to take a
people.
nap. She's down there carrying the beach up, she told me.
Yeah, but you really are growing up. I feel like that's so grown up to be lying on the beach reading a book, yelling at the people playing music.
It is. I'm getting old.
You're getting older.
You're getting
I would have
old.
never. Yeah, but
You're
they were
maturing.
like, I was like, can you bring your Coke energy somewhere else? Not on a nice beach. This is like you don't belong
That's
here.
Sunday afternoon
I don't
in
know
La
how to
Jolla.
say this,
Yeah.
but you don't belong
Yeah.
here. But it was fun, and you know,
And did they turn the music off?
no,
Down.
they didn't turn it. They
I
turned
thought
it
you said they turned it down.
like a notch.
Oh, really?
Like I had to physically move to the other side of the beach, and I did in front of them, and I could hear them like snickering when I moved. But I could have fought him, and I didn't.
Proud of you.
Thank you guys.
Proud of you.
Thank you guys. I'm growing and learning every day, sweetie. I am a different person at the beach.
Yeah. You absolutely are. You are, I feel like you're a family gal at the beach.
I am. I want to stop.
Generally.
I want to talk.
She likes to make friends with new people. Let everybody exchanges where they're from. They end the conversation with one of these. Oh, bye.
Bye, Greg.
This is one of these.
Craig.
That was my friend today.
Today was Greg. Last time was Theo. We got a little
Theo.
too close with Theo.
Yep.
Was he the weirdo you told me about?
Yeah.
It got turned weird, yeah. I
He
remember.
went from 6'2" to 5'4".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Real
he's
quick.
formed on the beach. But you know what? Sometimes when I take a little too much mushrooms and I hit the beach, a little Theo comes out of me
Yeah,
too.
I hear you.
Comes out of you.
I start rolling in the sand. I get a little. I could talk to dogs too.
This man had sand on his lips.
But I get that.
He rolled in the
I
sand
don't.
so much that it was all over his lips. I was like, dude, that's crazy.
I'm glad.
It is.
I'm glad you didn't see me at the beach.
When, today?
Yeah,
Or-
because like.
Can we tell him what happened before the beach?
Yeah.
So
you know Sarah.
Of course.
Wine Shank, my
Sarah
baby
Wine
girl.
Shank. She's the
my
best.
soulmate.
Shank, the
my
best.
sister.
She's a little queen.
Yeah.
We had to go to her house this morning. We met up with her there before the beach.
We had to do a Zoom call.
Yeah, so that she and Sarah could take a brief meeting. And during this meeting, I go into the bathroom to find a candle on fire. Is the only way I could describe it.
You
It's
mean-
like this
It's
big.
a candle about this big.
Uh-huh.
It's on the back of her toilet.
And it's like a huge flame.
Flame coming maybe like
the
a
whole
foot
candle.
up.
Just
Shank's just sitting there shitting, lighting the
making
joint
our way
like
downtown.
lighting the joint like on the back of the toilet.
And I'm looking at it and I'm like, they're in the middle of a meeting, so I'm like, I'm not even gonna. It looked
Did
like
you
it was
put it out?
contained. It was contained for the
Contained.
moment.
It was
I was like,
contained.
I know this thing's not going anywhere right now, and
Ceiling's black as shit up there.
well, she has like
A shelf over
a
it?
shelf over
Oh, that's
it with
burnt.
like a big like wicker basket. I swear to God, on the
She
shelf.
had
This is
only
all bad.
Shit you've
she had
ever seen
only
in your
had
life.
flammables above it. It's like she placed the candle.
Toilet paper, like
The toilet paper was hanging.
Like dangling right over it and
Just
shit.
some yarn. I don't
Yeah.
know, like anything.
right. And I'm looking at it, and I noticed that she put a whole fucking stick of Palo Santo. The stuff. It's like
This
it's
bitch.
like
You know the white girls.
incense.
They like
You light the stick of wood and it smells good. Or
Like
whatever.
knock
clear the room?
champra. Oh, you
Yeah.
mean sage?
Yes,
No,
but the wooden
similar, but it's like a
Okay,
wooden one.
I know what you're talking about.
She must have lit this 2-wicked candle.
I was
and then
gonna
just-
joke and say it was a sage candle, and it's what she did. She threw that
let
shit in it.
She lit
Nah.
a candle with 2 wicks that had maybe this much melted wax in it, and she just threw a piece of wood on the fire.
She
threw
threw
wood
wood
on
on
top of the fire.
She created everything you need to make a bonfire in her bathroom.
Oh my god.
In her bathroom.
Yeah, so
Shank.
these two finished their meeting.
You
and I'm
can't
like,
smell that like pouring through the
It
house.
smells great, honestly.
It smells
it's beautiful.
so
It
good.
doesn't smell like everything's about to burn down.
No.
All right, so
It
she's
just
at her
smells like
parents'
a
house,
really
not
good
out in the canyon.
No, we're in the canyon.
Oh no
This is in the
way!
canyon.
That's
This could've been
extra
bad.
dangerous.
This could have been
It's
international
dry
news.
as fuck
This
out
was
here
almost
right
really
now.
bad, dude. This was
This
almost.
was gonna be news that made it all the way back to New
Now
York. Dude.
now this call we're doing is kind of an important call, and she doesn't know if she should interrupt us to be like during our Zoom meeting.
I'm
to be
literally like
there might be a
evaluating-
fire because it would be.
I'm like the fire marshal looking at it going, I think it's gonna hold out another couple minutes. I'm like,
no, you're waiting for our Zoom call to end.
I don't know what. I think I would maybe try to set it in the tub or something. Doesn't she have a tub?
there was no picking
hot.
it up.
It was-
There was no
It
thought of
was
even
so
touching
hot.
it.
It was starting to crack.
I was
and it's
nervous.
big, dude. It's big and on fire.
And you're
It's like-
just watching that, like looking at them.
Shank
watching
told me-
that.
yeah.
I'm listening to them. I'm like, it sounds like they're gonna wrap soon. I think this thing's gonna hold out another 10 minutes, like for sure.
Shanks told me one time that she had a crush on a guy, and when she knew he was going to come by, she bought a 16-wick candle, and I feel like that was the candle.
16 wicks.
Hey, she was
Oh,
trying to
man.
get some dick that night.
I mean, trying to get it, getting it again, getting it again. Those wicks are still going.
The more wick, the better the dick. The more the wick, the better the
way
dick.
Sarah's
You got a
house
22 wick candle.
is like it's like she lives in a tree house.
She
too.
does.
Like it's completely all wood.
With fire.
everything.
So we come out.
With fire furniture.
We finished this call, and even then, still Alex is like, "How was the call? It sounded good." She's having.
I did
You
take a
haven't gone
second.
immediately
I did
to,
take a
hey,
second.
man.
I can't believe she didn't go
No,
immediately.
you know what happened? I was like a tiny bit stoned. It took me like 2 minutes to be like, oh yeah, the fire.
So what'd you do?
So
Did you wave your driver's license at
I
it?
was like, no, I was like, Sarah, is your candle's like not supposed to like be on fire, right? And she was like, what? No, what? And went running in to look at it, and everybody, first of all, the two of them reacted a lot less like calm, cool, and collected than me.
You've been looking at it for 10 minutes.
Looking at this thing for a
you're
while.
used to it. She's in there roasting
I'm just
marshmallows.
staring into the
She's living
fire.
her best life in it. She's taking pictures with it. It's on her
I
Instagram
was
story.
seeing my own spirit in the fire, connecting with my higher self. I was doing a whole thing.
Oh,
Kim and
God.
Sarah were like, put it out, Sarah,
How'd you put it out?
She ran to the
Sarah grabs a glass
sink.
of water.
She grabs a glass of water,
pours it on.
She throws it
It
on
goes,
the fire.
Yeah.
Like,
and it gets huge.
I mean, it licked the wicker basket. It licked it back and forth like sensually, dude.
I panic. I don't know.
Kim is in a full panic.
I'm running in a circle. There's
water.
no, I'm not even getting water. I'm running in a circle going, what can I grab? I'm looking at Sarah's closet and she was like, she'll get mad. I'm going, she'll get mad if I use her vintage.
Man.
And then I go to her blankets. I'm like, that's too fluffy. Like, I can't find anything that's just like if there was
frying
a fire,
pan.
I'd take this
Also,
thing.
Sarah's going back for more water to make it bust
Worse.
open again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, guys, I think we need a blanket, like a wet towel, something like
I
that.
don't know. I can't think.
What do you mean you don't know? What the fuck happened? You just
panicked.
left it?
No, Sarah.
You found out today that you're really bad in an emergency.
Yeah, Sarah threw a second thing of water on it, and it
it
finally
somehow
went out.
worked.
The candle oil was boiling.
We could hear it. It
Jesus.
was bubbling for another 5 minutes after
5 minutes,
after
you
we
could hear
put it
it
out.
going-
It was like,
It was like haunting us. And then Shank is so neurotic. We were. This is the best part.
Look at you two. Look at you two.
This is the best part.
She's crazy,
We
dude.
had to, there's this guy. I'm gonna make up a name. There's this guy because he has a funny name too. That we had to email back earlier that morning. She puts out the fire, goes, shh, and she goes, we have to email back. Philly
So
scene.
professional. So profesh.
really take a minute from the email, sister.
So profesh. Fucking fire's bubbling and smoldering. She's talking about fucking Eskimo Joe over here.
Philly scene. And I was like, what?
She was still had the bucket in her hand when she was talking about emailing him.
That glass, you couldn't even touch it for 40 minutes.
She
it was
wanted
so
to move it so
hot.
badly. We were like, it's gonna explode into
The
your
wall
eyes.
had black behind it a little.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Dog, it was crazy.
That first, like, you know when they do tricks at hibachi?
Yeah. Hibachi going wrong. That's what's
crazy, dude.
Stack of onions.
Shanks flicking shrimp into people's mouths. Crystals.
It was bad.
Flipping crystals into people's mouth.
It was bad. It was shocking.
Oh,
and you know what?
shit.
I am shocked about how bad I did. But to be honest, not really. I've had tester situations where I do panic.
Like what?
You're
What's
a panicker, I
what's a
guess.
tester situation?
In college one time, my friend Brandon and my friend Roger, I would go and pay my rent and late. And it'd be like by midnight, or they charge you $50. So 11:58, I'd be running to the box to go put my rent in. And then I was walking back from paying my rent to my apartment, and I noticed two guys really far away, and they were in hoodies. And I saw one of them go like this, and he points at me, and I was like, that's weird. And they both put their hoodies up, stick their hand in their pocket, and just start running at me, full sprint. And he gets up to me and goes like this, and I just sat.
Were they gonna double rape you?
Maybe.
It was like who's like boys and also going out to rape together? It's too much.
Well, they
Stop.
weren't. It was my friends
Okay.
tricking me.
What did you do though?
I sat and I pissed myself.
No.
I just sat.
Kim, did you really pee?
I went like this.
Did you really pee?
And I sat
You
and
just
I just
peed.
You sat down while they were running at you. You sat down.
just peed. And just peed.
You pissed yourself.
I pissed myself,
in
and
fear.
they were like, ew. And I was like, I peed myself. Like, not fully all the way down, but there
They
was
should
like
have
a
bought
big
you
wet
new
spot.
everything.
Like
Jeans,
nothing short
underwear.
of a literal superhero could have saved you. Nothing short of fucking.
And I did the thing where I was gonna run and stay, and I was just kind of stuck, so I sat.
You sat and peed.
So I know I'm not great in an emergency situation.
You're actually the worst I've ever heard of.
That's terrible.
I don't know why. I don't know why, because you would think I'd be good in one.
Well, now you know jujitsu. Do you think you'd still sit and pee?
Maybe.
But you'd
I'd
fight
pee-
in it,
but
though.
yeah, but
You'd
I'd
fight
have
it.
him in
Put
an
their head in
armbar.
it. Put it right in your crotch
Yeah,
and piss on them.
yeah.
They might be into it, though. Then
Yeah,
you're really
then
in
he's
trouble.
coming.
That's his super strength.
Nightmare.
That's your luck.
He got away with it.
Nightmare.
He raped you after all.
He raped me after that,
He
too.
came in my eyes and blinded me, and he got away, this son of a
God
bitch.
damn it, you got me again.
I had a situation like yours, but we have the opposite reaction. So when I was in college, I would do a newspaper route for the New York Times in Baltimore. I'd go to Baltimore City, I'd pick up the New York Times, and then I would go and deliver it to people who had a subscription. I would start in the city, I'd work my way all the way down to Annapolis,
Okay.
and then back up. Okay. That was like my circle, and it was far, and there's no one out that time of night. And my cousin originally had the job, but the route was so big, he lobbied them to split it in half. So he took one half, I took the other. So he knew the full route. So one night I get a flat tire, and I'm out there changing it, and it's payphones back then. I get a hold of him, and I'm like, look, man, I'm going to just let them know my shit's going to be late. I'm putting this baloney skin on. He was like, no problem. So I put the little baloney tire on, and there's always this one fucking house, okay? And it was, I'm trying to explain it. So if we're all looking this way, it's front-facing doors going down, okay? So if we all walk out, we look this way, and to the left is the street. Make sense?
Yes.
There's like a fence here, but everybody's got to go this way to get out or this way around to the right, okay? There's no walking directly forward.
Yes.
And the guy all the way in is the one with the fucking paper, and always their lights are off. It's pitch black. The further you get down in there, it's scary as fuck. So I would just throw the best I could, and he would always complain. And my supervisor one night's like, I'm going to ride with you. I'm like, come, dude. And this dude had been delivering papers for like, it was like his job. And when he saw that, he's like, fuck that. He said, fuck that. And he called him. It's like, we're going to throw it out front. That's it. So this day, because of the delayed delivery, because of the flat tire, the sun's just starting to come up.
Okay.
And I'm on my way to King's Dominion, which is an amusement park in Richmond, Virginia, with a friend of mine. And I tell him, chill right here. If I don't come back in a minute, for real, come fucking get me. Because now I'm going to be a nice guy. The sun's up a little bit. I'm going to walk that fucking paper and I'm going to throw it right to your door.
Yeah.
So I walk halfway down. Now I'm 3/4 of the way down, and I go to flip the paper. And as I let that paper go, around that corner, this black hoodie, just all black hoodie, black pants, black shoes is sprinting right at me. And I mean full speed. And I froze, and I was like, and the guy's coming at me, and I look back, and it's so far back to run. I'm not going to fucking make it.
Yeah.
And I just made the decision. I was like, fuck it. And I just started running at that motherfucker. And I went right at him. And just as I was about to crush him, my cousin, he pulls his hood off. He's like, it's me.
No.
I was like, oh my God.
Same fucking story.
Oh my
dude,
God.
that's
And he's
crazy.
like, what the fuck are you doing charging me? I was like, well, I figured I was probably going to die here. And I didn't want to go out like a bitch. I'm going to go out at least swinging. Who knew? And then now that I know it's you, I would have won. I'd have picked your little ass up and fucked
You're like,
you
I fought you
up.
before.
Yeah, I would have fucked you up.
Damn, that's
It
so
scared the
funny.
shit out of me.
It is so scary.
Wow. Also, I've never been attacked by one of my friends.
Yeah.
Oh man, we used to scare each other all the time. So
Wild.
you know that I don't know if it's an urban legend, but the story of like women getting in their vehicles late at night and they put one foot down and the guy will cut their Achilles or grab them, all that Achilles. You ever heard of those?
That one?
There are like a bunch of those stories, you know.
Yeah.
And they're always telling women to look under their cars before they get in and all this shit. So that story had been going around for a while.
Under a car is like a tight squeeze, I feel.
It is.
Well, a friend of mine, we all worked at this retirement community in like high school and college. And he drove a Suzuki Samurai. Do you remember that car? It was a death trap. Literally.
That sounds like a Tekken character.
It was. It was their version of like a Jeep, so to speak. And it was, I think it was Auto Trader, one of them rated it and said, this is a wretched vehicle. It would tip at like 35.7 miles an hour.
That's
These things were trash. But everybody had them in like the late 80s, early 90s, right? And you could take the top off. You know, it was a cheap Jeep, you know? So it's a fucking lawnmower with a canvas top.
Okay.
But they sat up high enough. So one night, we all worked at this retirement community, but I'm not working that night. And I forget that it's patrolled by off-duty state police. So I decide I'm going to scare this motherfucker. And I slide under his car at, look at you over there, at, what do you call it? When he gets off. Yeah. And I slide under his car and I just wait for him to come out. Now, our friend Chris, he would stutter, but only when he got nervous. And the way he stuttered wasn't like, he wouldn't keep hitting a letter like he would hold it. He'd be like, what are you doing, man? He'd hold the letter. You know what I mean?
Why you here, man? That kind of shit, okay? Totally different stutter that I have ever heard before.
I've never processed the difference in those types of stutters.
That is two different kinds of
There's two different kinds of stutter.
Observation.
Wow. That is good, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting under his car, and here he comes, and he gets in, and he puts that one foot down, and I just go for it. And he's like, oh! And I didn't expect this man to scream like he screamed. He fucking screamed. Ah! Here come the police and shit. I'm like, oh my fucking God. I had to crawl out and be like, nah, man, we're just trying to punk this fucking kid.
No.
We used to do him all the time. And then he would start saying, why you doing that shit, man?
No, you're contributing.
Give me a heart attack, man.
More to his stutter.
Yeah, that's what we would do.
What if you took away a stutter? That would have been cool.
If what?
If you took away a stutter.
I don't think you could
That would
scare
be
a
it.
stutter.
He doesn't stutter when he's scared.
I don't think you can scare a stutter out of
It's the hiccups of the throat.
You ain't scaring a stutter out of
No, I
somebody.
think he's constantly scared, and that's why he's stuttering.
Mhm.
Oh, that's so sad.
Constantly.
Man, yeah. We when I was younger, we had these neighbors that we met, and their mom would go to work in the morning, and during the summers, like the girls would stay home because I think the oldest girl was like 12 or 13, and she was my friend. And then one day I was, for some reason, when we were 12, I was like, let's hide in the back of your mom's car and see how far.
The trunk?
No, just the back seat.
Okay.
When she's in it, and see how far we can get.
You like sit on the floor and put blankets over you or something like that.
Yeah, and in your head when you're a kid, it's a good idea. And then when she gets in the car and we're hiding, we're all under the blankets, she pulls out, she goes down the street, and now we're panicking because now we're like, we're kind of too far.
Taking this way too far.
And we don't know how to
are we
do
gonna
it.
surprise her? Are we gonna terrify her and run us
Now
off
she's
the road?
driving, we don't know how
Yeah.
to stop, and then literally we just kind of slowly come out of the blankets, and she's like, and then she just stops the fucking car and sobs, and we're like,
I started crying. She cried.
we're like, fuck, dude, this is not what we meant.
You scared the shit out of that.
And she just goes,
fucking-
get out.
She'd had enough.
And
that
she just
day,
made
dude.
us get out of the car. We just had to walk into the house in silence. And we're like, your mom is mad.
Pissed.
Oh, yeah.
Pissed.
She was not happy. But, like, when you're a kid, you're just like, she's going to be like, whoa, you got me, tickle, tickle.
Yeah.
And, like, go.
Mom's gonna love this. Yeah, mom's gonna love this.
She was,
Oh,
she said,
she cried her eyes out.
she said, get out. I was like, I don't think I can hang out with y'all anymore.
That feeling of crying because you were just frightened is like that's a hard cry too. You're like,
and it's
You
your
go from
it's your
scared
kid.
to
so
relieved
hard,
to
yeah.
terrified to pissed.
It's your
the
kid
fuck
and your
off.
neighbor's
yeah, and
kids.
your neighbor's
oh,
kid.
it's annoying. It's
It's- yeah.
annoying.
that's crazy.
Yeah, we fucked her up, dude.
That is traumatizing. I bet you she remembers that
I
shit
think she
to this
remembers
day.
it.
Hell yeah.
One time in high school, this girl, Kelly, I'll say your name, bitch.
All right, Kelly.
Kelly, you fucking
We're
bitch.
at war with you, you dumb
Fuck
bitch.
you,
She's
Kelly.
always been a bitch and for no reason. to
Yeah,
me.
Kelly,
so if
no
you're
reason.
watching,
You know what, Kelly? You had the fucking option to be cool and you weren't.
yeah, what a bitch you are. So one time we were in the same TV production class, and for like finals, the teacher would give you a project, like you'd take some of the football highlights and you'd put something together and edit it a montage, and that was like part of the final to see. She would come into the thing, it was like little pods, and she'd watch your thing and give you a grade for your final. And I found Kelly's saved file. She like had left it open, which was one of the rules in class. You should always make sure your file's closed. No one can get
so this is
through
why
it.
this
About to
next
learn
story-
your
I had to
difficult
teach her a
lessons.
little lesson about production.
Had to.
And I
Okay.
got in the file and I replaced her
Sabotaged it,
audio
right?
with my own fart.
Nuh-uh. Did you really? You went the extra
I
mile.
recorded a fart. And bitch, if you're watching, that was me.
She didn't know, really?
That was fucking me. I farted on your final.
Did
And
you?
I did it. I'll do it again.
I'll do it again.
and
I'm
my-
going back to school.
Me and my
bitch.
friend Brittany recorded it. We were dying laughing at the way the fart sounded.
Did she show it to the class?
Yeah, what
that
happened?
way,
Do you
It
or-
know
wasn't to
the
the class,
outcome?
it's just to the teacher. We don't know, we weren't there, but we know she had to play it, and it was probably like, instead of being like, I love football at Bayside High, it was probably like, just over and over and over
On the
again.
loudspeaker.
Yeah.
Even if she had the chance to fix it, that shit hurt her feelings.
Yes, that
somebody
someone
came
farted
over
and heard
and took
audio.
her audio out and replaced it.
Kelly, if you're watching this, it was me.
I farted on your final, you
I
said.
farted on your final, and I'll do it again. I don't give a shit.
I did. I had a Kelly story. I'll give you a Kelly story. We were in.
Story.
I want to say it's 5th grade. We had a kite flying contest, right?
Okay.
And there was this Kelly girl that was just always a better than thou. You know what I mean? She was the straight A student, and so she was smarter, knew better, was better at everything than you were. Loved to tell you about it all the time. And she was going to win this kite flying competition. I'll never forget. I had a Gala. I think you say Gala, Gala kite. It was plastic. It was like a trash bag, and it had like 2 eyes on the underside. So it looked like some kind of like, I don't know, bat or some bullshit. It's black and white.
Okay.
She had this big, long, like dragon thing with the, you know.
Professional kite.
She had a kite.
She had a fucking $200 kite.
But all these fucking kites were left in a room, and I went in, and so the kite's in there. It's got a little knot and then a sticker over it.
He's got a bad boy
sabotage.
And I snuck in there, and I peeled that sticker off, and I untied that knot loose, and I put the sticker back on, just enough to hold, you know, the string on there
So she
for a little
thought
bit.
she could have some fun.
Give her some false
I like
confidence.
that you gave her a little. Yeah.
And I let mine up there a little bit, and hers went way up there, and it's going. And
she's probably like this.
And it's going, and all of a sudden, it just gently broke off that string.
It's just gone.
And it started flying. I was like, look at it. And I started dipping mine like,
You started doing tricks with yours?
It sounds like a garbage bag. It's going, you know. I didn't have a nice kite.
But you know how to maneuver. It's like a car
let
that's
that
back.
bitch go. It went all the way. That shit broke off, went in the woods back in the neighborhood. She was crying. First place. First motherfucking place. Thank you.
You earned it.
And I'll do it again.
You absolutely earned that.
Thank you.
Yeah, fuck Kelly.
Straight up sabotage that kite, bitch.
Kellys.
Yeah, fuck them.
Fuck them. Did you have a Kelly?
I never had a Kelly.
you
I never
had
had a prank. I was nice growing up. People pranked me.
Don't
I
let
was
this
not-
bitch fool you.
What's the best prank someone
Don't let this bitch
pulled
fool you
on
tell
you?
you she was nice growing up. She threw a bra at a lesbian.
I did throw a bra at a lesbian.
Outed her in the cafeteria.
Oh, and outed her.
And
That's
said,
what.
this is
Outed
from
her
your
in the
girlfriend,
cafeteria.
bitch.
No,
I
this
was
girl
nice.
was dating my friend. She was fucking with my friend's feelings. I had to do something.
She outed her.
That's a hell of a way to do it.
Sometimes you gotta throw a bra in a bitch's face in high school. What do you want?
Sure, but you know what? I've never done like a secret sneaky prank. Like I guess
That she got
yeah.
caught for.
I guess like
There
the
was
love
one, but two.
letters to my friend's crush was like it was all like lighthearted stuff or whatever.
What was the poem? Can you tell Sickler of the thrice? What was it?
Right. My friend was a lesbian in an all girls school, and she was like closeted for the longest time. Where just like her
What
little
a
group of
shame.
friends.
In an all-girls school,
All-girls
this
school.
is your fucking
But only
wheelhouse.
It's like being a diabetic in a candy shop,
for
sweetie.
real.
Only,
God
like,
forbid.
her
I'd at
small-
least bumped into some titties, for Christ's sake.
Her
God
small
damn.
group
I'm
of friends
blind.
about it.
I'm blind. Right over the nipple.
So she would be like,
Let me just goldfish it.
Okay.
first of all, she was the most obvious too. Like it was. Just
She was Jane Lynch.
It was written all over.
Just walked around wearing,
You little lady's about to have lunch today.
just
It's
wearing a
turkey
key
day.
ring, got a key ring on and shit.
Turkey day.
Turkey day. I got some fucking softball bats out in my pickup. Okay.
So she had this girl, this really pretty girl with a lisp that she was just obsessed with, right? She just like could not stop talking about her to the group of friends, but it was like a really big deal that it never came out to anybody, whatever. But I go to this girl's house like really often, and I convince her that in order to stop talking to me about this girl, I couldn't handle it anymore. I was like, I can't listen to how hot this chick is. I don't fucking care anymore, and you won't talk about it with anybody else but me, so it's like a problem for me.
Right.
So I convince her that we should just write letters to this girl, and I'll help her slip them in her locker when nobody's looking or whatever. And we used to write like the most like, so we would try to make them like funny but sensual and rhyming poems that
Throw him a
we
letter.
would type. Okay,
Give me,
so
here, give me a little
Imagine
sample.
opening your
Give me a little
locker.
sample.
her hair, her eyes, her legs so nice. No, her hair, her her eyes, her thighs so nice. I'd fuck her twice. Hell, I'd fuck her thrice.
Like a Dr. Sluice over here.
Dr. Sluice.
Sluice.
Isn't that the creepiest poem?
Thrice. Nobody's putting any thrice in my pussy, okay? I don't know what thrice is, but thrice will not be entering my pussy, okay?
puts anything that rhymes with rice in a poem?
Listen, if I fucked you twice and you say thrice, you ain't getting that third one.
You're not getting
mean?
thrice.
You ain't getting thrice.
You're not getting thrice or fifth.
I'd rather you call it a hat trick than thrice, for
Dude,
Christ's
these
sake.
things started romantic, and as time went on, we made them. They were just cringier and funnier and more.
But did the girl like it?
Well, it became kind of like a fun thing between her and her group of friends, where they would all get together and read them and wonder who they're from.
So they never found out?
They had their suspicions.
Jane Lynch was giggling in the corner.
Right, yeah.
Just peeking out from beside a locker to see
The
them.
only girl in school with a bowl cut was giggling. I can't. I'm done. Not with Jane Lynch. Not Alex and Jane Lynch causing her trouble, fucking her thighs thrice.
Thricely fucking.
Twice, hell, and then this girl had such a lisp too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh man, Sickler. This is we've. I don't know how to end this. How do we end on thrice?
End on thrice. You want to write a poem?
You're
about our experience together tonight?
my friend Ryan.
Oh, man.
His eye's so nice. I'd have him on broad topics once or twice. Fuck. I'd have him thrice.
That's pretty solid out of the
I
gate.
might have him thrice.
That's
Well, shit. Meeting him today sure was nice.
that's nice. I'm gonna go see if I can't get me a threesome. I'm gonna start calling it that. I'm like, how many ladies into a threesome? What's a
girls wanna have a
threesome?
threesome?
What's a threesome?
It's when you have a threesome 3 times over.
Is it 9 people? It's just three.
Next time
three
you're
of
watching the NBA, they're gonna go thrice.
Thrice.
Sickler, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you for
on to
having
our
me on.
podcast.
You're
Did
always
you
a
have
good
fun?
time. I did.
Okay,
You're
good.
always. You guys are always a good time.
Thank you. Is there anywhere you want to plug?
Yeah. Ryan Sickler on all social media, ryansickler.com. Subscribe to The Honeydew. Subscribe to my YouTube. Come out and see me on tour.
Hell yeah. And don't let them be humble about it. The Honeydew is the fucking funniest podcast ever. You highlight the lowlights. It's people's stories. They tell you
Thank
their
you.
stories in a funny way. Their most tragic